Historically, being in a gang, man. Good thing, bad thing. Are you in the middle? People join for all different types of reasons, man. Sometimes you're literally born into it. You're talking about your family, your father, your brothers, your sisters. They're already in it. Your neighborhood, you can't escape it. You walk outside, that's what it is. It could even be dangerous sometimes not being a part of certain things. Some people join for family, some people join for support, some people join for the wrong reasons, some people join to get money. I think the consensus though is that a lot of people have lost their lives in gang wars, right? A lot of people. Historically, do you feel like gang culture is urban culture? Do you feel like it's more black culture than anything? I don't know. I don't know. I don't have those numbers in front of me right now. Maybe we'll pull them up. But this Adam 22 situation, then you have Styles P stepping in to try to check him. And then you also have just the history of Adam 22. And then you have Wack 100 coming out to try to defend Adam 22, especially when people like Styles P are saying things that I don't know, good, bad. Was he overly aggressive? Did he step out of bounds? Was he minding other people's business? We'll pull it up, take a look. In the meantime, I also want to give a big shout out to our member Sean Carlos for this first super chat that you tossed up here. First super chat, give a real one shout out to ARP. Thank you, my guy. Right back at you, G. Salute. Good morning. Hope you have a great day today. Let's also try to enjoy this stream because we got some other topics. We're not starting off with Young Thug. Are y'all tired of Young Thug? I'm not. I think it's a very compelling situation with a lot of layers, a lot of gems, some entertainment in there as well, some funny shit. But, I'm not tired of the topic. It's not going anywhere. I'm very surprised that a mega audio clip didn't drop yesterday. I did see something new that involved, I think, Lil Durk. I'm not even bringing it up today. We're gonna do some Young Thug, but it's not gonna be audio clip related. So we'll probably get into that after the Adam 22 situation. I got some battle rap for y'all. We're gonna take a look at what's going on with Head Ice and Serius Jones. It's been on my radar. I've been watching some of the bloggers talk about it. I've been watching some of the footage come out online, and I think it's definitely at a point where it's just like, let's bring it to the stream, see how y'all feel about it as well. What else do we got after that? Let me see. Yeah, Freddie Gibbs, I see you. 50 Cent, I see you. And Mad Skills, I see you. I'm gonna go somewhere completely left when you hear a name like that. It's not about his freestyle or about his rapping. It's about a story that he's telling. All right, so we'll go through some of these topics. Y'all ready? All right, shout out to the chat. Shout out to the members and the mods. Let's get to it. First up, Hocus from New York, right? A very, very popular gang member, right? There's this drop your flag challenge that I believe he started or started to pick up a lot of momentum in New York, where gang members are getting to a certain part in life and they're starting to hopefully what they see is promoting things that are positive towards the youth. So you know what it is to drop your flag, right? It's pretty much to denounce yourself, remove yourself, stop gang banging for the most part, right? Some people will say blood in, blood out. Some people will say once of this, always of that. People say there's grave or not even jail, but the grave is the only way out. Every gang is different. Every gang has their own rules, but you would think, you should be able to have the opportunity to say, I'm out of this lifestyle. I don't want to do this anymore. And street niggas should be happy to see that as well, because one, you know what this shit brings, but two, why would you want to keep somebody close to you that you know is no longer built for the stuff that y'all got going on? So those are the people that would probably mess up what we got going on, possibly tell on us, not going to defend us and stand strong with us the way that he did in the past. So let him go, right? I look at that shit like a cheating woman, or for y'all ladies, a cheating man. If they say I'm no longer into you, let them go. You hurt yourself by forcing them to stay. So let's see what Hocus was talking about when this first pretty much kicked off.
Jim, I just had an epiphany. New York need to drop Blood and Crip and give it back to LA. We need to start new organizations that teach the youth, these young boys, how to be men. They need discipline. You have to go to school. And you have to get up and exercise and work out. You have to. You have to protect your community. You have to greet the elderly with respect and help them if you see them with groceries. You have to stand or watch the bus stop and watch them kids go inside the building and make sure they're safe.
This is Hocus 45. He's actually one of the most well-known Bloods in New York. But
Okay. Anything wrong with that message, people? Talked about protecting the elderly, protecting the kids, making sure the kids is learning. What else? Dropping your flag. I don't know why that all would still be tied towards giving gang banging or blooding and cripping back to LA, which is not a problem at all. It's not just New York. New York, I lived through the era when the Bloods first infested New York. I remember it got to the point where you couldn't buy razor blades at your local Home Depots because that was the initiation in New York. It was just getting sliced. It was just getting cut on your face, so it was like a thing to always look over your shoulder. You'd be in the wrong hood, you'd be in the wrong place at the wrong time. People was ending up in newspapers every fucking day for getting their face sliced. And there was just so many random attacks, not even necessarily I don't fuck with him, plus I'm blooding in or whatever. That's my target. I'm pure Nino Brown shit, random, real shit. So I'm not against that at all. It's not the only gangs in New York. New York has a lot of gangs. New York has a very prominent Hispanic lineage in gangs as well. I know once upon a time they took down people like King Tone, right? The Latin Kings. I lived through that era as well when my school started getting infested with yellow. The Nietas. I remember the Nietas when they came into New York. With drill music, you got GDs and BDs now in New York. You got a lot of newly created gangs. So I like this message from Hocus being about gangs, period, based on the things that he was saying we need to protect and the way we need to push these kids. Now, if Bloods and Crips are some of the most biggest gangs in New York, some of the most detrimental gangs in New York, and if those were some of the earliest largely known gangs in New York, then you got to fully back that as well. But let's not lose focus on what he's trying to save and the fact that there's a lot of other very, very dangerous gangs that have been in New York for a very, very long time. All right. If you really want me to show my age, we can go back to shit like the Deceps. All right. Shout out to Hocus, man. All right. Let's see now why the controversy comes to Adam22. For whatever reason, he's stepping in on that one. Let's see what he got going on.
It changed my life. Ever since the big homies caught me playing with my booty hole, they've been extorting me $20K a month. I can't live like this no more, man. It's too expensive. And I'm ready to just be me. So I encourage everybody out there to do the Drop My Flag challenge and just and live your truth on the dead homies. So yeah, gang banging is out. Carrot and myself is in. Peace.
You know what's crazy is when you brought your bitch ass hunking Dorian ass to the Bronx, even though you fuck with Wack100 and I don't, I supported it. I supported it, you bitch ass. Let's talk about it. My man Steph Belafonte. Steph told me you was coming to the Bronx. And I co-signed you coming to the Bronx. Me. Because if I would have said it's going to be up if you pull up, you would have never been allowed to.
It changed my life.
How y'all feel about Adam22's little mockery here? Now, he has a response that we're going to get to in a second. But before I talk about his excuses, let me just talk about what he did. Anybody shocked at Adam22 here? Like, why would he do that? How did he really? What was on his? Anybody shocked? No. You're tripping if you're shocked. This is Adam22. He puts content in front of almost anything. He doesn't live based on a set of morals or principles. He's willing to sacrifice his own wife for content out to the world, as far as, like, let's say, smutting her out to porn stars. He has clowned gang culture before. They have a new term. I haven't even heard this term before 2025. Maybe I'm missing out. Nigga neater. Right? That's one of the labels that they're putting on him. It's not a racist thing from my point of view to say you predominantly work with black people. For example, like, let's say Vlad. That's not my angle. That's never going to be my issue. I've always been about mixed cultures, mixed nationalities, just being together, respecting each other, growing up together, supporting each other. Right? I have so many people from different races and backgrounds and cultures that I love or I embrace or I've met over the years or I grew up with, right? It's never going to be that point of view from me. But the thing is about being able to identify with something. And if you don't fully identify with it, the last place that you're supposed to go is clowning it, right? Like when people are in a privileged position, which is how they look at Adam22, because he's the bag, he's the platform, he's the owner, he's the face. This is why people like a Bobby Schmurd or whatever will walk him around the hood. They'll take him to old block. They'll run him around the Bronx or whatever. He's not cut from shit. We just saw a clip of him the other day of like some random, I guess, homeless guy or whatever throwing shit at him on his own podcast. Nobody respects him on that level. It's only about opportunity. That is the only respect that Adam22 has in this world from people that do not know him or from people that are just meeting him. Pure opportunity. Pay attention to that, people. I'm very, very proud that when I'm in this, I just bumped into a bunch of people this past Sunday in the mall. So I'm very proud at the energy that I received because of the type of respect I've gained myself, I've built for myself. Strangers, people I meet, people that I build networks with, people I do business with, people that I build friendships with. You present yourself in a certain way. You give respect, you get respect. He doesn't give respect consistently. It's just, but it's not just him. All these people, and Hocus, why did you invite him? You know, do a background check if you know, maybe Bobby Schmurda walking around or whatever. It's all for opportunity. So we can't just look at Adam22, the Wack100s of the world and all these gangbangers. Y'all empower him. Y'all know he ain't from nothing. And is Hocus the only person and Styles P that's gonna stand up and say, what the fuck is this guy doing, making a clown show of something that has taken millions of fucking lives and ruined millions of families? But y'all still going to be right up on that platform tomorrow. So let me not belabor this. Let's get to some of the reactions, because we know what's going to happen tomorrow. It's going to be swept under the rug and everything's going to be the same. Y'all are still going to be right up underneath Adam22 because he got a bag for y'all. Morals and principles. Wack, we're going to get to you in a second. Stay still. Let's go to Adam22's response.
So earlier, I seen something on New York drill officials, like a challenge to like drop your flag or whatever. So I was like impromptu. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna make like a funny version of that. So
why? Of all the things on the internet to make a funny impromptu, look, this is his personality. This is who he is as a man. He said, I saw a drop your flag challenge like on a drill platform or something. And my first reaction is, oh, I'm going to make a funny impromptu. That's him as a man. Who else watched the first video that we saw? Was that anybody else's reaction in this whole chat? I doubt it. When I saw it, I was just like, oh, what's going on here? If anything, if my mind goes towards anything that would be clowning or negative, it would be like, who's the messenger? You know, I would pay attention to something like that. Like, who is this? Like, what you got going on? If I went that direction, but I see it. I don't really know Hocus like that. I heard his name a bunch of times before, but I see it. I know who the message is coming from. And I'm just like, this is cool. Where does the joke thought come in? What is the thought coming about sacrificing your wife? What is the thought coming about, you know what? Let me just run with Crip Mac for the next 6 months. Like it comes from a mind and a personality like this. And y'all empowered him.
I did it. Now I got this dude, Hocus 4/5, who I'm gonna be real with you. Like I heard his name before, but I never actually like knew anything about him. Never talked to him, never met him, never watched any content from him. So I don't know anything about him, but apparently he's like a guy. I guess it's like it's his challenge, which I didn't really perceive, because when I looked at it, I watched like 7 videos in a row on New York drill officials. So yeah, I mean, he's pushing this narrative that like I'm making fun of him or calling him gay for dropping his flag or whatever. I don't even joke about you. So
but do you realize that it don't even have to be the person that started it? Like, okay, he's the one that's responding to you, and you said, because in that first video, he's talking about, oh man, because I'm getting extorted and they're doing stuff to me, and here he's talking that gay stuff, and he's all about that life. He presents those vibes all the time. He plays with people that come on his platform all the time with that gay stuff. That's him. But even if you're not talking to Hocus, What about all the other gang members that would be offended by that? Doesn't even matter if Hocus is offended or not. So this explanation being purely for him, if you're gonna clean it up for everybody that's ever fucking put a flag in their pocket. No? Am I missing something?
Just wanted to get in front of that one. I thought it was kind of funny. I'm gonna be real. But if you want to quit being in a gang, that's cool. You can do that. We don't really do that in LA, I guess, but you could.
Nigga lying and you not genuine. So which one is it? You know me or you don't know me or you just heard of me? Because in the comment section you said, I don't know who he is, but now you say, oh, I heard of him. Now you know a lot and you also know that was disrespectful. Then he think he's slick, trying to cause division, and he gonna say, we don't do that in LA. You not even gangbanging. You was never gangbanging. What you mean we don't do that in LA? You trying to get LA to ride with you here? Like, who sent you? It's so easy to see who sent you, man. You not.
Yeah. We? Your boy Adam22 said we don't do that out here in LA. Now I get it. I can speak like that, like on some New York shit. Like you can say a certain word or put on a certain type of clothes or something like that. I'll be like, yo, we don't dress like that out here. But I'm a part of it though. I'm really a part of it when I talk like that. For him to say we, it's like yo, the four extras and the Crip back said, oh, you gangsters that have been around this guy, man. I can't believe y'all hype this guy up. I can't believe you got this motherfucker feeling like he's, and I guess he is too. I guess some of y'all, because of your platform, his platform, y'all really would ride out for Adam22, despite the character that he shows up. What the fuck has he done for y'all other than exploit the shit out of y'all for a couple dollars? Damn, this shit feel like a fucking slave master, man. And you have the manipulative people thinking that, no, that really is my master. Like, no, you were just born into it, you fucking idiot. One day you will wake up. One day, hopefully. We don't do that out here. I'm not even going to try to get into the whole gang history of what reputable people have dropped their flag. There wasn't somebody that recently, one of the biggest of all time, that dropped their flag from behind bars. That didn't happen. They're from New York. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? That didn't happen. Oh, but anyway, no reputables ever dropped their flag out there. No reputables have ever stepped away out there. We don't do that out here. Saying stuff like that even creates more drama. Like, let's move on. Let's move on. I'm so glad that you got the Styles P's of the world that stepped up to say something to this fucking guy. Actually, I don't want to skip that. My bad. Let me bring that up. Styles P checks Adam22. I want to read the exact caption for y'all. I should have brought it up, but hold on. Let's bring it up. It's all over Instagram everywhere. Let's bring it up. All right. Let me share this. He's got some fucking nerve. Really? All right. So I got Adam22's default picture. He says, it was a joke about some gay shit some dudes did, and Hocus acting like I was dissing him, and members in general is pure clout chasing. You too smart to be falling for this one, Unc. Hocus was clout chasing? He's minding his business in the car, talking about out here, what we need to do is give it back to LA. We need to stop doing that. We need to protect the elderly. We need to support these kids, make sure that they're in school. And you put up a clown video after that, whether you knew that he was the one that started it or not. How the fuck is he clout chasing when you're the one that's watching New York Drill's website, saw some people talking about dropping their flag and said, oh, ding, I got something to do. I'm going to make a comedic video with my shirt off and my pants sagging and my little Gucci belt on, talking about, yeah, you know, I don't want to get extorted no more. I'm dropping my flag. Who the fuck is clout chasing here? Does the guy even know what a clout chaser is? Yo, look at this initial response from Styles P. Whoever is black and is homeboys with this goofy white boy who mocked putting down the flags for gang members, he must think y'all bitches. Better G-check that shit and tell him, shut his devil federal mouth when he sees black men trying to help black babies. I agree. I 100% agree. Because it's not just him. It's the people around him why he even feels comfortable to be able to do this shit. Comfortable. There's no fucking thought in my mind that makes me feel if Adam22 gets G-checked by one reputable, that he would have the nerve to be like, nah, this is just how I feel. I feel like clowning anybody that's dropping a flag. Fuck out of here. No, he does this type of shit because he feels he can get away with it. This is y'all around him. And in a response to Adam22 again from Styles P. Adam22, I don't give two shits about what's going on with you and Hocus. What you ain't gonna do is have young kids thinking it ain't cool to get on the straight and narrow. If you wasn't being funny, it sure was fucked up timing. You are eating off the culture. Try doing some shit to uplift it. So that's a great challenge from Styles P. If you wasn't going to be called the vulture before, how would they not call you one now? Because this ain't even about, up there interviewing a gang member that wants to be there and hopefully isn't there, just creating a whole storyline drama of fucking beef all the time and getting into it with each other like 4 extras and whatever. I don't need to get into all those stories. But having somebody up there talking positive, that's not the greatest content. That's not going to do as many clicks. I get it. But there's the give back. There's the I know what I'm doing is detrimental to some of these communities. I know this is the decision I'm making, the type of content I want to do. Every once in a while, get out there and get the turkeys out. That's what the drug dealers do. They're washing their sins away and shit. Every once in a while, you got to get out there and give some money out. Wash your sins away. It's the what we do is wrong track with Jay-Z and all these niggas, right? We know that what we choose to do sometimes could affect other people, but you better find ways to try to balance out that fucking karma. And all you do is clown. That's all the fuck this guy does. All right. As far as this clown being empowered, he's being empowered by somebody that sometimes he hits the mark, and many times people gonna look at him like, yo, you doing some fucking buffoonery shit on the internet too. And who other than that is Wack100. Like, look at his response to defending this guy. This is him responding to Styles P. This is what you look like after you catch the Rico. At Styles P, don't ever think your voice means something over here. First off, you ain't from nowhere. Second, #West takes orders from no region but our own. Look into your own backyard. At It's Bobby Shmurda had this same man in y'all projects. Did you ask or did you say, G, check him? Get the fuck out of here. Let's take this piece by piece, Wack. It's sad that you really, really feel that this has anything to do with him not being from somewhere, aka being aligned with a particular gang or gangbanging himself, Styles P. Styles P didn't call out no gangbanging shit as it relates to Adam22. And Adam22 ain't from nowhere as far as we know either. He's a gang member? Somebody put me on. I didn't know that. Did I miss that? Styles P is reacting to this man as a vulture and as a man. It's not about I got to be a gang member to say what's right or wrong. You got Farrakhan, when he talks to the Bloods and the Crips all the time, it's because he grew up a Blood or a Crip? It's because he's from Compton? What the fuck are you talking about? Where's the logic? That makes no fucking sense. We take orders from no region but our own. So you running politics on this now, pure politics, shows that you have moments of immaturity despite how old. He's probably like 55 years old or some shit. That's such an immature response to bring it to a politics level. Politics. Because you want to know what maturity is and you want to know what man shit really is. They say it's not where you're from, it's where you at, right? If I'm all the way over here on the East Coast, if I'm involved with something and I get a message that's supposed to be uplifting or is meant to save my life or help my family from the North, from the South, from the West, I'm supposed to be all fucking ears. Whether I agree or disagree, I'm supposed to be all ears. That's maturity. That's growth. That's saving your fucking life. That's protecting your family. Growth and development. Speaking of gangs. Right? What the fuck you mean we don't take no orders? He's actually embarrassing you. And that's why you responded like that, trying to use politics and gang shit. Because you are one of the primary reasons why Adam22 feels that his stupid ass could get up on here on some vulture corny shit and do stuff like this that he has no stake in, no stain in. You're one of, that's why you're really offended. Because Styles P is keeping it there. He said the people around him need to G-check him. And if you was a real man about it, you really would do that in private. Now I get it. You don't got to drag your man in public, right? But you don't even got to put this type of message out there. You could have grabbed your man and said, listen, we ain't really on that. You really shouldn't be clowning these guys. If anything, how about you stole West? You should be supportive of anything that even says they willing to stop gangbanging in the East. Because if it ain't from the East, if it ain't from the West, it ain't valid 100%, right? Despite all the motherfuckers that'll take your life and your people's life out there if you walk into the wrong fucking place and act the wrong way. I don't give a fuck where you at. These boys give it up. Every fucking state. Every fucking state, regardless of where the shit started. Wack100, you know you is not going to go into New York in certain places and play. And certain people is not supposed to go to certain places in LA and play neither. Period. It don't even got to be a gang member. What is we talking about here? Little Timmy, the 8-year-old, will bust your shit. Get on some City of God shit with you. What is we talking about? What is we talking about? I'm gonna get into a second why I'm so focused on this Wack100 piece, right? Because you really are the main person empowering this fucking goofball. Empowering this goofball. It's Bobby Shmurda. You're gonna put it on him too. I get it. But Bobby is gonna do a bunch of funny stuff too, right? And I don't think Bobby was walking around his neighborhood and all of that because Adam was in the midst of dissing Crips in New York, right? I think it's just Adam22, one of the biggest hip-hop or urban-based platforms in the city, and a bunch of people gravitated towards him because it's opportunity. Opportunity, right? Bobby Shmurda is in the industry. He needs the Adam22s of the world. I don't. I don't. And even if I did, I would still be selective. Even on the battle rap tip, I could have a card coming up. There's certain bloggers I don't want to talk to. I'm cool. This is just some goofy ass shit. And let me show you why it's even further goofy, a contradiction, immature, and clown behavior from Wack100, but I don't really expect the world from him because we just was praising you for saying this.
If it start wrong, it's gonna end wrong, and I may catch some flack from this. To my Don moves, to my keyways, my power rules, my grooves. Listen, this thing started for a positive reason. It shifted to a negative behind the leadership of most people that had a 5th grade mentality. Most people who didn't even understand what escrow was, a credit score was, who didn't understand, right, that there was a real world, who was using fear and manipulation to dominate our own people. And it's been over 4-5 decades that we continue to practice these ways. Listen, bro,
this nigga cooking.
At some time, we got to stop and realize the blind is leading the blind. We following the lead of somebody who has lost himself. We follow the lead of somebody who can't even fucking read and write. So we follow the lead of somebody who's getting the goddamn satisfaction of saying you do this, you do that, because over the years, people have fabricated and made up stories about who this man was when really he got high when he was 19, shot a motherfucker in the liquor store and caught life and came in here and sat on the yard, and you really don't have a resume to have the right rank and respect that they give you, but because of all bullshit and buffoonery, this is what we giving them. So at some point, we gotta say, you won't fit us no more, because the route you guide us is gonna lead us to a hellhole. If it start wrong, it's gonna end wrong, and I may catch some flack from this. To my Don moves, to my.
By the way, if anybody missed the stream, I was one of the ones that was very proud of when this clip came out. We ran it up here on the stream. We praised Wack100 for this moment. As much stupid shit he has on the internet as well. What do I do up here, people? I call it down the middle. If we're gonna be covering the guy, show the good and the bad, show the bad and the good. both directions on any given moment, because this is a podcast that aims as much as possible to just be neutral and keep it 1,000. Okay? So we ran this, didn't we? And for you to take such a position like this, for you to be a gang member, for you to be a part and be in the midst of seeing the destruction behind it, for you to see your homie come out and do a mockery of what some of your people have died for, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you, number one, support it? And why wouldn't you want to pull your... I'm telling you, people, the psychology behind all of this shit is really that he's embarrassed of what Styles P said. He'll never admit it. I see it. I see it. Because you are one of the first thoughts that come to mind when people say, yo, if you're around that fucking devil, G-check him for this stupid shit. So he had to pull on shit that's not supposed to really be as relevant. We don't take orders from the East. And you ain't associated. You ain't from nowhere. It's two things that really don't got nothing to do with what's we're importantly debating right here. The important debate. All right. You pulling on these up. I see what's up with him right there. He's embarrassed by Styles P comment because you know your man did some clown buffoonery fuck shit, and it makes you look bad because you also empower it. You're gonna be right on that platform with Adam22 in a couple of days doing your next stream. So comments like that make you look like a fucking clown. And you had no defense in the right direction for it other than to try to pull on shit that wasn't relevant. That was his response. That's immature. That's sidestepping. That's sucker shit. That's corny. That's not manly. That's immature. That's all of the above, man. It's all of that. It's all of that. We cover Wack because Wack has a voice, man. Shit, I pulled up yesterday. YSL Woody now has 740,000 followers on his Instagram. He has a voice now. All right. So they're going to be around. Their piece will always be heard across the entire internet. And shout out to them for that. Okay. But with that comes responsibility. Last but not least, let me just do this real quick. Let's see if it comes. How old is Wack100? Since I left it off of responsibility. How old is Wack100? I thought he's a little bit older than this. I ain't gonna lie. It's got him down as 48 years old. But 48 years old is still big bro, big homie, OG age. The level after that is elders, right? Like in your 60s and shit, like elders, right? But you are now of the age where these people are supposed to be following you. The young thugs are supposed to be coming to you saying, yo, you're an older man, tell me what to do. You know, like, I don't shy away from every phone call that I get that's looking for advice. I don't shy away from it because I feel like part of it is my duty. If God and the people around, and if I'm going to have the blessings to live to where I am today, knowing that I know I've been around people that lost their lives in their teens and their 20s, and, you know, and I'm still here. And I didn't already evaded and got away from moments that could have, or sometimes even should have, taken my freedom or taken my life. You get to a point of maturity where it literally is part of your, we don't got to be perfect. We don't got to be angels, but it's part of your responsibility to give back good direction. It's your fucking responsibility. What type of man or woman feels different? It's your responsibility. Give something substance back. This is how you make a living. Content, being controversial, cool. But be smart enough to at least pick those battles, right? Or else I'm going to think that the video that we just played was a content moment. If that wasn't a content moment, then I got to give you credit for what we did prior when we first ran it, which is say, Wack, you was having a real moment right there. This Adam22 shit, that's the time to have a real moment. And then you could get back later on, or 24 hours later, to do your fucking trolling and your 607 unk type shit and going after Young Thug and getting on people's ass on the internet and doing your 100 sideshow. That's fine. We know you for that, and we are all entertained by it. But there are times where it's like, that's not for play. Don't play with that. these little motherfuckers out here is being told by OGs to drop their flags. Endorse it, buddy. And then on top of that, your affiliation, right? Or what you claim, Pyru, you should back that. You have all the power in the world and the history in the world to back that, right? Ass fucking backwards, B. Ass backwards shit. Speaking of Young Thug, let's leave that alone. Let's leave it there. I feel like I said it enough. Let's go to Young Thug. Like I asked y'all earlier, are y'all tired of the Young Thug marathon? Huh? It's far from over. There's more audio on the way. There's more drama on the way. There's more fallouts on the way. There's more people that's going to continue to address it on the way. Wait until y'all hear something from Lil Baby or Future or whoever. It's far from over. But I don't know. It might wind down a little bit now that his interview has pretty much taken its position in the internet world. I'm going to tell you where he is right now as far as the battle and the war. But what's this one right here? Young Thug tweets, times like these is when my loved ones are supposed to look at the good I did towards them, then the ugly. Then he puts an emoji of a bandaged heart. Is that last part meaning like you admitting that you've done ugly to people? Well, obviously you're tweeting a couple of them publicly apologizing, like your girl and Glorilla and whatnot. I'm pretty sure you had some conversations behind the scenes as well. So that's cool. No issue there. This is defeat. You know? And we saw from some of those leaked audio calls how big he is on people publicly taking a stance with him. Like, was it a Future he was getting at, saying that he wasn't publicly doing all the Free Thug thing, even though you could have got some pub off of it? He had an issue with that. Talks about Kendrick Lamar, right? He was like, man, post you a picture, man, post a promo or post some support, you know, do a feature with me, man, support, man, help me. Like, he takes those positions, you know, definitely off the record, so we see what he's about. And he's going to continue to watch this landscape and see in this time right now, some of the biggest voices are not speaking out. And can they? Like, what is Lil Baby supposed to say right now? Lil Baby is just like Young Thug. He's got this anti-snitch image, character, background, everything about him. Can he, without being overly attacked as selective politicking? Right? It's not easy. But post a video clip. But I never got tired of hell. Told my brother take plea, ended up in jail. Ended up in jail. Well, what do you think he's going to get from taking a plea in the first place? But this sounds like a song. He's putting a timestamp of it, recorded with Lil Baby that hasn't been dropped yet. March 11, 2025. He hones in on the date there. So what are you trying to say? I don't know. That you had songs like this whole time, you didn't release them yet, and look, are you calling out for Lil Baby's help? Like, what does this mean, B? I'll tell you what it should mean. It should mean any big features that you got, any big good songs that you got, or any good music that you can get in the booth right now and create, do that. I'm telling you, he needs to release music. He needs to have good viral videos that'll do views on the internet. His songs right now will do hundreds of thousands of views and millions of views. Release that stuff. That's the biggest help for you right now. But when I say he's losing, it's the internet just makes up their mind, man. And once they set into something, they set into something. You start getting clowned and all types of shit.
Like houses. Like I'm waking up, get on the school bus in the front of my house instead of the project. It was right across the street from the project though. But so it's just like, you know, but
a few moments later,
it's me playing foot, my dad and like moving me away. Like I ain't never rode the school bus, but my dad took me to school every day. I had a real father. Like, I never rode the school bus. Like houses. Like I'm waking up, get on the school bus in the front of my house instead of the project. It was right across the street from the project though. But so it's just like, you know, but
a few moments later,
it's me playing foot, my dad and like moving me away. Like I ain't never rode to school, but my dad took me to school every day. I had a real father.
With a caption at Thugger1. Yo, my nigga. Oh, you my nigga, and I love you. I love your music. And I know for a fact you're a great guy. But did you ride the bus or not? It's not even supposed to be important. And who would have thought to even pay attention to little shit like that in such an important, heartfelt, impactful interview? The internet. and this is the type of shit that shows you he's lost this battle. Okay, it's gone. It's evaded his fingertips at this point. B. They have top 5 moments from the interviews, and it's not about anything important. It's just all clowning him. B.
Fuck that, nigga. If we go to prison for the rest of our life, whoop de do. We go to prison, nigga, and we fight to get out this bitch. If we beat these folk, whoop de do. We beat them. We go forward. Nigga, I created you, nigga. Well, God created you, but I help. Once you rap or once you turn gay, and I don't got nothing against gay people. It's gay people that work for me. But when I look at you a certain way, if I look at you, if I meet you and you gay, it's like, okay. If I meet you and you portraying that you a man and you not gay, I don't got nothing against gay people.
Yeah, you know
what I'm saying? If you portraying a certain thing,
you deceiving.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't look at you the same. Yeah. I ain't mad at you for being gay. So what? Everybody, whoever gay, they gay. So what? Nigga?
You about to say everybody
I don't got
gay?
No problem with gay people. Gay people work for me right now. Yeah. I'm damn near around gay people every day.
Yo, he really was about to say everybody gay.
Because they work for me. I don't got no problem with them. I don't hate that I even brought this shit. I don't want you to take it out, but I hate I even brought it up.
I know you do. You should have second thought what you said right there. No, you should have had this taken out of the interview. They got it on TMZ now and shit. Oh my God.
Because I don't even want the LGBT.
They get what you're saying.
I don't even want that community.
LGTP what? It's how you know he's not gay, y'all. Like he didn't even know how to say it. Like
You didn't even think that I'm against them. I'm overly with y'all.
You saying
I'm overly.
When you got out of jail, you didn't help Slime at all. Savage sent money to Thug. Wham sent money to Thug. Pluto sent money to Thug. Cash sent money to Thug. Drake sent crazy bankroll to Thug. Gunna didn't send no bankroll to Thug. Gunna didn't pull up on Thug mama. Gunna didn't pull up on Thug family.
where the music at, Slime? You just played with some hard ass shit now. Why that shit ain't that? The fuck is a nigga thinking about?
Cause I just don't got my twin, bro. I don't got my friends, bro. I'm just fucked up. I'm fucked up, bro. The nigga who I be with every day, I don't got him no more, bro. I'm fucked up, bro.
Damn.
I'm fucked up, bro. I don't know what to do, bro. Like, and I ain't lose no nigga to a tragic. Or now I lost a nigga to betrayal, bro. You signing that one piece of paper, signing your initials on this one piece of paper could get me a life sentence, my nigga. How you like what? Come on, bro. I get a life sentence all this piece of paper you signed, bro. Just cause you trying to get home fast, or you just trying to get to a hole, or you just doing a certain thing, bro. And you already done betrayed a nigga before, bro.
Damn.
A piece of paper, nigga. You gonna let a piece of paper in all this shit? Nigga, we men, bro. We brothers, nigga. Ain't no nigga in the world making me go against Gunna. No nigga, bro. Fuck that, nigga. If we go to prison for the rest of our life, whoop de do.
I'm surprised they didn't put that side by side and try to use it as a contradiction. Like, is it worried about this piece of paper putting y'all away, or is it if we go to jail, whoopie? Nah, I get the context. It's like, nigga, if we fight and we lose, whoop-de-doo. But I'm just saying, the internet is so crazy. Shout out to my man L. Dot. He sent me this one, man. Oh, look at the caption. Point of view, me showing up in my son's life after he made it to the league at 18 years old. Oh my God.
Nigga, I created you, nigga. Well, God created you, but I helped. I was a part of your journey. Nigga, I created you, nigga.
No.
Well, God created you, but I helped.
No.
I was a part of your journey.
No.
Nigga, I created you, nigga.
No.
Well, God created you, but I helped.
One more.
I was a part of your journey.
One more.
Nigga, I created you, nigga. Well, God created you, but I helped. I was a part of your journey.
That's somebody showing up after they made it to the league. That's insane, man. Yo, L. Oh, actually, this is my man L in the comments. Shout out to my man L. Dot. He's the one that said this to me. Yo, let me give him a like. Oh my God. Y'all is so wrong. All right. In summary of where we're at today, though, like I said, he's lost the battle. What's the war for Young Thug? The war for Young Thug, as fucked up as it may sound, and as much as he preaches, I'm a man, it's about being a man, it's about being solid. The war for you, sir, giving all these other pieces that are not within your control, i.e. the internet, the war for you is your career. Real shit. All these other pieces are battles. Don't misconstrue what I'm saying. I'm not saying that these pieces are not as important as his career. I'm trying to say this is really what the fight is, as far as whether he understands it or not. Because this is what the only thing that people will give him at this point. The battle for his reputation is gone. It's over. It is lost. Is it the type of reputation where he can't walk out in the streets? No, I'm not saying that. But his reputation of being anti-snitch, anti-cooperation, so hush, so anti-Gunna and all that, and then that 2-hour interrogation video coming out, his image would never be the same. The believability as far as what he will do on them phones in private or in them rooms in private versus what he says in interviews and what he says on beat, it'll never be the same. It's at least half of the internet. Billions of people, millions of fans. You know, that battle is 1000% lost. His friendships. The battle is lost from a degree of you can never repair that third eye that people's going to have on him. All right. I don't care if he's had a million patch phone calls in private. It's not just this is the one video about me. It's the culmination. Okay. So like, for example, if I'm Lil Baby, right? There may not be an audio clip out there where he's killing me or dissing me. It might really just be like, oh, a little bit Wham is stupid for messing with QCP. And I told him I can't believe he messed with that rat. What does that make him? Oh, like he's tripping, right? You get past that, but you still listening to these other calls too as Lil Baby. It opens up that third eye like, ooh, you know, it's not just the pillow talking thing. It's like, I really feel like you could be disliking people if you don't get your way, or if I don't send you a feature fast enough. You like, I see that side of you now that I never saw before. All right. So his relationships have absolutely been damaged. In the totality of things, you got to say that battle is lost. Will people still be his friend, be around him? Of course. For all I know, we know his girl Mariah be back. You know, he puts that tweet out or whatever. Maybe she needs some time, you know, especially the girl that he was on the phone didn't get pregnant. Already is on the audio saying hasn't seen him in 2-3 years or whatever. Maybe this girl could get by just on that, you know? So there'll be patchwork, right? But that battle overall is lost because you haven't been able to come to the table with something that makes everybody be able to say, you see, we knew we could believe in our guy. This is why everybody's quiet. Okay. So when I say the war at this point now has evolved just into your career, it's your ability to still be a star in the industry, still create music that people will gravitate to, still be able to do shows and people will buy tickets to be there, still be able to put up some streaming numbers, still be able to drop albums that are chart. That's the war for you. And dare I say, that's the easiest piece to win. Because people still gravitate to controversy. People always click play and purchase your shit regardless in the privacy of their own home if they fuck with you, you know. And I mean, the shows, what do you think? That all of a sudden 10 people are going to show up? The guy's got a fucking fan base. So if that's the war, how do you cater to that? How many times I got to say it? Put out music. Put out music. As a man, that he said a million times, as a man, I get it. It's not easy to sit here and watch things about you on the internet by the thousands per day, maybe even by the millions, all his hashtags and videos and responses and reactions, and either be quiet or try to ignore it or not even feel like, yo, this one that I just saw, that's wrong as shit. I can't believe they just put that narrative out. Now I gotta say something about that. You know what? My bad. Let me add a second piece of the war. All right. You want to know what the other piece of the war is, other than saving your career by just putting out music? Is protecting your freedom. Because I still am of the belief that this is all tactical. Right? How many channels at this point are still saying, yo, you just violated your plea agreements with the song and with the interview. You violated yourself. They already tried to get you for some tweets. So why wouldn't they be looking at you for this interview and for this song that just dropped? All right. So the war is your career and your freedom of staying outside and not letting all this shit, for lack of better words, trick you off the street. And this type of shit would trick a lot of people off the street. Have a lot of people talking sideways in these fucking interviews, talking about how the war started and how the beef started and all this. It's like, you're kind of co-signing a lot of shit that you was just in court fighting, B. Like, look at Woody. Woody's doing interviews right now too, talking about, I was up there lying for you. But when he's sitting there and they're just like, yo, what's how old are you? He's like, I don't know, I don't remember. And then you come out, you do interviews, and now you're answering all those questions for the public that you refuse to say on the stand. That means you can't get picked up again, because they're going to use that against you. Like, oh, it's a lot. The war is your freedom and your career, B. Every other battle within the wars, you've lost. You've lost. And the best you could do is repair them only up to a certain point. You will never take any of those smaller battles back to a 10. The internet has made their decision. You know? All right. Serius Jones and Head Ice, man, on the battle rap side of things. This has been heating up. Should I say it's on fire now? When you see people with all allegations, when you see people allegedly pulling up in front of people's cribs, people linking up with other people, and that's when things is like, that's a physical level. Like, technically, we really shouldn't be in the same room or in the same place, right? That's what I'm assuming. But you know, I don't want to try to speak for the guys. Let me just try to play some of the context that the whole internet is already watching at this point. So this one says, Serius Jones links up with Original Wolf, and he confirms Head Ice is a R. What?
They think ain't nobody never gonna find out how you move, what you did, and like that shit ain't valid, bro. Because you trying to use wolf love to hide behind. To act like there ain't nothing gonna never come out, ain't nobody ever gonna know shit. I mean, I got my wolf salad with me, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna let him take over.
No, what's up? What's the word? You know, my name's Dre Salad. Fresh out of Segment Project. Drew. A-Fab. All day. Original Wolf. Wolf Style, we only love family all day. Bullets and gun smoke. Dad.
I was a relative of the relative, supposedly. The day in question, that he acting like he don't know what I'm talking about when I said that he was on some get off me shit. The walk that you had to take, the conversation that you overheard. We ain't gonna say who it is. We ain't gonna point no fingers at nobody. But what happened, bro?
I'm just gonna say I was there. My thing is, you know, I'm gonna do the whole thing for like a real sit down, talk, whatever. Yo, maybe I'm gonna keep it 100. Everything Jones said or what I heard that Jermaine did was true. So I was there. You know what I mean? Helped my wolf. Homie is my wolf too. Was my wolf like that at the time. You know what I mean? It's true. I talked to his face what happened. So, you know, everything is true. Corey, whatever he said,
our word. So, you know, my wolf salad is not a very, you know, he's not a real talkative nigga.
It's a heavy allegation. You know what I saw yesterday too? Speaking of the allegations, I was watching the Yak Gotti interview on DJ Vlad. And Vlad blindsided him. He got up there. If you guys have seen that interview, and he didn't blindside him as far as like, oh, that's foul. What Vlad did was he just did a whole bunch of homework on Yak Gotti, which is what you're supposed to do. And Yak Gotti sits down, and Vlad starts from the beginning. So you was in here involved with this, and you had this charge, and you got shot at this time, right? And Yak Gotti didn't know that Vlad knew all this stuff. Right, and Vlad is walking him through the beginning of a lot of his controversial moments, including when Yak Gotti was charged and incarcerated. I think he beat the case, but incarcerated for an R case. Right. So nobody knew this. Well, the public didn't know this. Vlad went and digged it up, put it on his own platform, asking the guy about it to his face. And that's the thing about allegations like this, right? People all immediately they start looking at who's around you. Did you know? Did you not know? I think Serius Jones, in the midst of all of this, does say that they tried to protect ICE, allegedly saying that they knew or that Jones knew from the past. You know, some people may or may not take issue with that because people give benefit of the doubt to their loved ones. Okay, that's the point that I'm making with the Yak Gotti. If you're YSL, if Vlad knows this, then you're going to try to convince me that the young thugs of the world didn't know this. No, people know about the allegations, but if you beat it, if you aren't convicted of it, or if you're dealing with friends or family or people that, you know, take your word for it, that's where the benefit of the doubt stuff starts coming in, right? I've never heard this before about ICE, to be honest. Never heard this. This is the first time. And I'm not going to take a position on it. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully, I'm not going to take a position on it. Here was the first follow-up, I think, from Head Ice. He's talking to T-Rex on the phone. And I think this is the video that also has the footage of Jones allegedly pulling up to Head Ice's building.
I'm still trying to save him without him knowing, right? This is what Rex, this is what I do, nigga, man. The last battle rapper he played with, bullets flew at. I'm gonna call you and tell you who did that though. Know what I'm saying? Because it's not for the camera. I ain't got time, dog. I ain't got time to be playing that nigga. Know what I'm saying? You know what it is though, Rex? Nigga's not in the Hall of Fame, right? Ow. Not in the Hall of Fame. And I just posted the song with Ron Brown, the joint you sent me, the Young Flashy joint. Yeah, so I posted that. So I'm guessing he looking at it like, oh, jumped in my situation with Rex and all that. If it was, so what, Frankfurter? You know what I'm saying? You's a walking glory hole. You got your mouth on everything. You feel me? Like on some real shit though, Rex. Like I've been being real peaceful with that. You know what I'm saying? But the relative to the relatives. I've been saying that. You know what I'm saying? It's starting to get more vibes though. No, on some real shit though, Beck. On some real shit. It's starting to give me more vibes. Like, what's your motive? You've been running with this. Yo, am I a snitch? Hold on, I'm around some niggas I've been with for 27 years. You know me to tell on anybody? Tell on what? Snitch. I've known you since I was since 16. You know me to take some pussy? How much pussy we get?
We knocking them down.
What? I got the new Drake with me. I did. I get more pussy than that. And I got the old school. You know what's crazy, Rex? I got the old school footage with me and Sub-Zero. Remember old Solo said he didn't take the deal, but Serius Jones did. He went in the room and took the deal. I got old school footage with me and Sub-Zero when this noise is real. With that, with a transgender in the house. Don't play with me, man. I don't even be playing with things like that. I be trying to chill and all that. Yo, Rex, at the end of the day, if they come to your block, nigga with a tank top on, they waving the white flag. It ain't no drama.
Just when you thought it couldn't get any more spicier, Serius Jones seen that response and said, you know what? I'ma pull up the Head Ice block and I'ma go live. Let's look at what Serius Jones had to say.
You know what I'm saying? Wolf way or no way, man. You know what I mean? We got some straightening going on, man. You know what I'm saying? There's some conversations that need to be understood and had. You know what I mean? We outside. You know what You know how?
My bad. Let me pause this piece. I wanted to say something about that head ice thing and those accusations. The reason why I grabbed my phone is I wanted to see the date. I posted it in July. I was on vacation, and Jones even had a stream where he was talking about, when me and him was on a phone call. We had 1 or 2 phone calls. We got hopped on the line, chopped it up as men and all that, talked some shit and everything, caught up on some stuff. And he says it like on the stream. He's like, I was talking to ARP, he was OT. I was watching some of his videos at the time, and then I called him. And at that time, when I was out there and I was watching some of his videos, I saw a video, I think it was on his page, where he was talking about snitch allegations then. I never followed up on it. I never asked him about it. I never tried to go do no background on it, nothing. I left it alone because I know that these two guys have had energy for a minute, But this isn't the first time that Jones has said this out of his own mouth as far as, telling allegations. He mentioned something like, I'm trying to remember the video. Like I said, this was in July. I heard it with my own ears. I was watching Jones's channel while me and him was talking. And it was like, he's talking about like paperwork, or it seemed complex, right? It's in one of his You know what? Knowing that it's July, I'm not going to try to play it. I just want to see if it's still there. Because it just becomes the question of like connecting the dots on these guys as far as like, damn, like what's I'm trying, people. I'm trying to respectfully for both people, of course. So now it's making me do the math because he got all these lies on his channel. Let me do this with y'all. Let me bring this up on the screen and we'll come back to that in a second. I don't got to rush. All right, so I'm on Jones's channel here. So we're looking for a July time frame. So what are we now? September. All right, so I might even have a watch on it. It might even show me from one of these, hopefully. All right, so here's the one I'm talking about, possibly the real ARP story. This is when me and him started getting on the phone and shit. I was like, yo, what are you talking about? All right, this is the one where like I said, when I called him. So you see this title says, okay, so ARP called me. And then I was watching some of his follow-ups. It looks like I watched these two. And is it this one? Is it this one? Is it this one? What's the title here? Yeah, Jones would have to tell me. If I try real briefly, all of my life had to do is fight. He put a wolf in this one. I'm telling y'all, I watched the video of his, and you could see I'm watching him at the time when we're talking to follow up on me and him's conversation. And you could see it here. I'm not bullshitting y'all. And I know I heard it with my own ears. Let me see. Let's see if I can find it real quick.
Yeah. You don't mind? I'm on live. Hey, instead of saying, nah, Jones, I ain't gonna lie. No, that shit took a lot of effort, bro. So, you know what I mean? From now on, I need to get at least $1,000 a video or something. Appreciate that, brother. Shout out to Phoenix. Shout out to Scott. I appreciate everybody that's awesome. You a legend because of back in the day. Mars beat the shit out of me.
How'd I land on that point like that perfectly?
Exactly. So, boom. So let me finish the story about Jessica Marshall. Shout out to Jessica Marshall. Shout out to you, love. You know you my sister. I love you wherever you at. And big homie T.I. It goes like this. Like shit. You know why? Rest in peace, Miss Cheatham, and rest in peace. We called it the cheese bus. Both of us, right? So I'm walking up to the lawn, everybody, right, Sherry? Gunna is for whatever reason in class talking greasy this day. You know, why not? What's going?
I don't think so. I don't think it's that one. I'll give it a couple. I'll give it a couple more minutes. It's not in the video about this one, about ARP story, is it? It can't be.
Right. Wanted me to not tell the truth to the public so you could still sell tickets off my names and then try to drag my name through the mud saying a bunch of dumb shit.
We spoke, y'all. We spoke. I know he was snapping. We spoke. We had a good man-to-man conversation. Shout out to Jones. But dude, where's the shit? I heard it. I'm not crazy. I know it's here on this fucking channel unless you see this and set it to private. Jones ain't that type of guy, but I know I heard that shit.
Still just a hater. And just for that, I say you can do it. I'm like you like doing drugs that much? Plain dry hate, then you're getting burned for being good to a young lady that just needed. Come in here, just double tap the screen. Posting like, oh, I killed Serius.
Let's check this one, and then the flood is coming a little bit. One, maybe it's one of those. It's got to be one that I clicked.
And I made all these beats, and for them to trickle down over the, the tweets or the Reddit, as big as it is now in terms of rap shows, bro. Right, hands just to push a T is giving AI. Where it was with Polo, he was signed to Polo the Dawn. Y'all remember? Put some D's on it, bitch. But anyway, you say you want to hear? I got you. On top, but they don't know. You're chasing this dough, and we're just gonna break it down with those that that those they want to get it. Or book Serius at gmail.com. Hard to just sit there and stay in the group. That's all right. That's all right, sis. They, and she has a company where she's basically not only helping other young mothers to, just be my fault. It ain't your fault, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna try one more. Cause I know for sure back in July, I listened to this shit. I know for sure. Let me try this one.
How did that even just happen? Music. It's been rough. Leaving that up, please. All right, let's. Man. But ironically, they posted that clip today when I happened to be in the Diamond District with a big. It's like, believe and I understand the fact that, bro, we literally are messing up the Tupac from Timu, myself into getting upset. Sometimes I don't be winning the battle at first. Just coming from a negative place. Like, let me catch this while it's fresh. Because I'm like, I've never seen that before. Salute, man. So, inshallah, I'm going to live up to that this August 2nd, man. I'm darker. So, realizing I'm getting in better shape. Shame on you, brother. But that is not the type of energy we condone here. And yeah, man. Because, oh, man.
Shout out to Jones, man. I can't find it right now. I tried to find it live with y'all. Fuck it. I know for sure though, y'all. I definitely heard on one of his videos him putting that, and I feel like there was a backstory that he said with it. And like I said, I ain't even do no, I ain't move, I ain't budge off of it. I didn't shout out to Ice, shout out to Jones. I just listened. I was just like, whoa, what's that? And then I went about my day. I promise y'all. I didn't tweet nothing. I was minding my business. I went about my day. I guess I was looking for that to see if it was going to give us further context as to the telling allegations coming from Jones, right? Because you know, Ice is Ice. He's gonna, and I got another video that recently dropped from Ice that we're gonna watch after this one, addressing things. I think that was like the most recent video to drop. So you know, Ice ain't gonna let people just say he's a R or he's a snitch or whatever without saying something. But there's more that Jones has said already back in July, people. I just didn't find it. But y'all could go do y'all internet homework if y'all want or whatever. Or maybe Jones will end up speaking more on that. So that's 2 for 2, where it seems that Jones is not saying something that he hasn't said or hasn't saying from his own admission that he's known about in the past, right? As far as from his own perspective. All right. All right, let's finish this piece now.
I pull up Dolly everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You know, Wolf building, man. For anybody that's confused, when you see people going live from all these other places, trying to make it look like it's the headquarters, it's not. This is. You see when I walk up, you see the type of conversation. I owe that man a lawn chair. Man gave me his lawn chair. I was shooting Dot Mob K, which is available right now, right? Because I ain't have a chair. I said, you know what? Yo, I seen him sitting right here in the lawn chair. I said, let me use that right fast. We're about to shoot a video. Took the chair over. That's the chair I'm sitting in. Dot Mob K, right? You know what I'm saying? Oh, look who it is. You know, the Wolf, the Wolfington. Just popping it, chopping it, you know what I'm saying? On this motherfucking fake ass nigga, you know what I'm saying? You know, just came uptown, you know what I'm saying? I said, I'm gonna just turn this shit on and walk up and just do it organic and shit, right? This nigga Kev, I can pull up. I spoke to Chin too, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but look, basically, the cat's out the bag, right? So I just sat down with Solid, you know what I'm saying? And just said, look, bro, he basically said, yeah, like everything he said, ain't no cap on it, da da da. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't really, know a lot of the people that's the Wolf. This is another original day one Wolf. If you know this face, if you know Hall, yeah, I'm gonna let him tell you, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying too much, man. You know what it is, man. Yeah. Whole ass to his whole ass tricks again, you know. Niggas don't be outside, man. You know what I'm saying? So we live on the Wolf Block. That's the point, right? Because we just was downtown chopping it up about the incident that he, is pretending these things don't happen. He's acting like it won't catch up. And apparently he thinks he can wit y'all. He could just say these random niggas he's standing with in the Bronx with the Wolves and be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? How long y'all know me? He talking to some random strangers. Like, what they gonna say? You know what I'm saying? You a rapper, they just wanna be on camera. Like, stop. These are not your friends, brother. These are the Wolves, and these are the niggas that you don't be. So we gonna kick it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna just chop it up for a second. Just kicking on the block. We ain't doing too much. Around terror flag, twins like and he trying to reverse it to them. And some of these people be falling for that shit. Like that's what fans do though, Allegedly. All right. Assalamu alaikum. Hey, double tap that screen if you know what I mean. It don't cost nothing to press that button, man. You know what I'm saying? We just doing a little straightening. They gotta paint these halls. They got this shit looking like motherfucking like Magnolia right now. But you and Drew, this is his building. This walk right here, I don't know when the last time he done that. He said, when's the last time this nigga even walked in this building? You know what I'm saying? He said, yo, he behind you. No. That's a wolf behind you. That's an actual wolf. You know what I'm saying? His worst nightmare. Yeah, he ain't coming around this place. He ain't coming around this place. And if he do, it's gonna be Tekashi. He gonna do a Tekashi move. You know what I'm saying? And come when he know we not around here. Come when he know the guys that he ain't cool with and that he got to deal with is around him. So that's the whole thing, bro. We're not gonna play with the wolf. That's all. That's all that is. So you're not gonna be saying the wolf and trying to put it on the nigga that's got a get off me situation on it. that got smut on his name where people are, you know, you got to play Ring Around the Rosie to try to find the paperwork. Why you ain't show niggas the paperwork, bro? Why you ain't tell niggas what the disposition of that situation was? Why do you have multiple situations where niggas is saying that you ain't good out here? Why you got to go to Alaska? You niggas step in shit that smell like rose. He got a lot of them good one-liners, you know what I'm saying? I think he be having more one-liners than me. I be kind of jealous on the one. I don't be remembering all them shit. Yeah, man, like that's the whole thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is our area. This is where we be, right here. You know what I'm saying? Let's see who over here. Let's see who over here. Since niggas, you know, since niggas don't know us. Niggas don't know me. Yeah, no, I ain't gonna put their face. No, I ain't gonna ask them about nothing. I ain't gonna include them. We just vibing. So
it is absolutely.
And Jones got some good reception. He got a good data plan. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. He's walking around inside of buildings and outside of buildings while on live and no interruptions, man. Who you with, B? I'm with AT&T, man. I don't know if my live would have stayed up that whole time. I gotta find a way to try to make light of you know. I think that's a certain level, people. All right, so y'all saying that this is ICE's latest response, right? All right, let's check it out.
Yo, bro, I just saw some interview with Serius Jones, and he went live with Angry Fan, you know, and he was calling you, coming out, you know what I mean, your character. Like, he was saying that you're bad, and then you're like, what's up? Like, why is he saying that?
How long you knew me?
I knew you for a very long time.
Over 10 years, 12,
yes.
13 years.
Yes. Always been solid.
No mustard, no ketchup on my jacket.
Yes.
Right. Here we is, we got an individual who used to be around me. We can't be around me no more. Relationships happen like that to where, you know, they go from ups and downs. It's the hate is the new love. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't understand the motive of what's all this is about. You know what I'm saying? It almost feel like you're being paid to try to slander my name, to try to find something. I see what's going on. I seen the recent move just now. The person sitting beside him and all that. Hey, listen, I got nothing for that. Whatever you got to sell, speak your mind.
Yeah.
We on a whole different bracket right now. It becomes a form of clout chasing to me. You know what I mean?
So you think he's clout chasing?
I mean, what's
but why would he say? Because you said that you know him, so it's like not even in the ratting part. Who cares? But like, why is he saying all this extra? Like,
and that's a question that you would have to ask him because, and that's something that might not happen because he tried to get on Uppercut podcast, just not letting that happen. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
he came with the slander trying. That's probably one of the reasons why he's not in the Hall of Fame. You know, shit is looking good. Every time you look around, the wolf is somewhere.
Nah, Serius was a legend. I just don't understand. You guys helped each other. I felt like
they all nice. When you drop the end off that,
they all ice.
I'm not taking nothing away from his legendary status. What I'm saying is,
this is real
shit. My name.
Like,
you have no real legitimate noise is real. You have no real legitimate cry. It should sound like you just a hating chick out the blue all of a sudden. You talking this rat for the past 2 years. I gave you 48 hours 2 years ago. You still in prison. I'm not playing these type of games. You know what I'm saying? Now it's if the lies, if the hate don't work, they start telling lies. Now you sitting with somebody trying to tell a story about a situation that happened with. Come on now, we ain't got. You saw my documentary. All my shit is out there. It is what it is. Let's talk, man.
Like,
homie on a.
So what would happen if you seen him around?
Coming at everybody at home, and this is the thing. I'm glad you asked that question because it seemed like when the hate got loud, it got quiet, almost to where the point where they want to see me clash out because niggas know how I really play.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they want to see me in prison. Some just want to see me off the streets because it might, in their own simple mind, feel like it'll be a better situation for them if he's out the way. You know what I'm saying? For whatever purposes it is, I don't know.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It could be a female thing.
It could be anything.
Thing,
it could be anything.
Street thing. It could be anything.
Right.
But for whatever purposes these niggas is playing with, I think they're trying to sucker me off the street.
Wow.
I'm way too strong-minded for that. You know what I'm saying? This is just a pawn piece right here.
Wow.
And what it is this is how niggas is looking at it with the cup half empty. To me, it's always half full.
I see it as a half empty sometimes.
I'm looking at it as the niggas doing great landscaping. Great landscaping. So if anybody was 50-50 love or was playing like choosing sides and all that and playing like getting on camera with him or doing anything on that side as if you validating what it is, it's real. He's cutting the grass to let me know that you was never a real nigga who fucking with me anyway. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I gotta look at it. It's a plus sign for me. So keep up the good work, man. I ain't mad at nigga like that.
Right.
You helping me out. Because there's nothing that you got that's valid on the wolf. I would have took myself out the game. Me and you would have never lasted that long. Me and all the other crabies and niggas I know from.
Yo, my bad. If y'all see my face in the background, I was pulling up how old they are, and only from a thought I was having in my mind is just like, damn, like we gotta remind each other, you know, where we at in life, you know, from a going through these eras and survival standpoint. You know, me, you, this person, that person, y'all of a certain age. That means y'all survived a lot, B. There's a lot of things that could have got us up out of here. And this guy, I see how old Serius, and I know how old Serius. I mean, he told me on the phone. I know how old Serius is, but there's no way this is correct about how old fucking Head Ice is. Because if this is right, what I'm seeing online, that motherfucker he got the secret. He got the Fountain of Youth secret. That this got to be wrong. This got to be fucking wrong. This right here that I pulled up in the background says that he is. I already know how old Jones is, and I ain't even gonna say. It's saying he's 23 years older than Jones. This is incorrect. This is impossible. There's no way, because I would be on Head Ice line right now saying, I need a diet. What are you supplementing? What do you? No fucking way. No fucking way. But the reason why my mind went there is because, yo, once again, speaking of our duty, how could I be a hypocrite? I was just talking about this shit with Adam22 and Wack100, where it's our duty. Now, when I see fuck shit, I'm on fuck shit. And there could be fuck shit coming from both of those guys, right? And I don't even know all the details. I don't think any of us know all the details because these guys have a lot of history. Believe it. They have a lot of history, these two. All right. A bunch of ups and downs. Some of it has been in front of our face and some of it probably hasn't. But when I see those type of allegations, when I see what Ice can be on, when I see what Jones could be on, some of us out here got to remind them, like, yo, fellas, this can't be worth it. It can't be. I don't see it. This can't be worth it. Look what Ice just say. He's talking about, you know, he thinks that people trying to trick him out of his freedom. If you believe that, homie, then you gotta. And it's not. I'm not saying yo fall back while and Jones might be on your heels or you on Jones' heels, whatever direction. A bunch of us at this point gotta be out here saying, fellas, this ain't it for y'all, right? If I didn't know these two guys and if I never broke bread with these two guys, I'd probably be getting more detailed about who I think is right and wrong. I'd be doing all that, but y'all know how I play when it's people that I know or people that I broke bread with. That's why I'd rather be talking about Adam22 and Wack100. I don't know them niggas. I never want to meet them. I never want to shake their hand. And anything I see that I don't like or is my opinion, I'm full comfortable speaking about it because I'm here on the internet trying to uphold my own codes, right? I done broke bread with both of these guys, man. So I'm not even going to get into the whole who's right, who's wrong. I think you did this. You shouldn't have did that. You did this last time. I found there's a lot. And I know y'all both got y'all motives. If you speak to Ice, if I call Ice right now and ask him, yo, Ice, how did this all start? And if I call Jones and say, yo, Jones, tell me how all of this started, I know for sure I would get two totally different answers. Totally different answers. And listen, if I'm going through it in front of y'all and some of y'all is mutuals, you don't gotta be friends and family, right? But if it's mutuals and if you have respect for me, call me or tell me or put out the energy out there online like, yo, hey, like, this ain't worth it, G. Like, go ahead and do your RBE thing or do your podcast thing, man. You don't need this. Sometimes it's good to see that or to hear that from people. You know what I mean? Sometimes that even helps people get out of their ego, because I might be in go mode, not just on the internet. I might feel like that in real life if we're in the same place, but on the internet, I'm still saying whatever I'm saying. And then it's the ego thing of people not calling you oh, you really this, or you really that, or you scared to go here, or you scared to do this, or I bet you won't pull up, or what's gonna happen. And you be like, I'm gonna show these niggas, B. Some of y'all be having y'all Roger Jackson moments too. Like, I'm gonna show these niggas. They got some fucking nerve to think I'm cut a different way than I really. And then now you in the ring, beating somebody half to death. And I know he wish he could have that moment back, Roger Jackson. I know he wish he could have that moment back. You're both street guys, right? Jones and Ice. You know where this leads. Both of y'all. Yeah, and then everybody's just going to turn it into content. Everybody's just going to have a good old time around it, blogging and podcasting on it. I broke bread with these two guys, man. How could I not say, yo, fellas, like, if y'all got it in y'all, you leave it alone if you can. You know? Leave it alone. I feel like I really should be ending on that, but out of fairness, I'll play a little bit more because this is supposedly ICE's response to those type of allegations. So I'll play a little bit more for y'all, respectfully, for both sides. But I don't promote it, man. I really don't. I wanted to catch up with y'all, do it live with y'all, podcast about it, big topic. And I knew one way or another I was going to have a positive reaction to it. I knew that for sure.
Different states and areas would have never lasted this long if it was nasty mustard like this. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
That kind of should have put me in jail. Then I'm going to be mad I'm in jail for some shit I knew wasn't real from the gate.
Right.
I'm not doing that, dog.
Right.
I'm not doing that.
No, like, you know, like, for me, like I said, we knew 10 plus years.
That's a fact.
Right? You came to my house, you ate with my grandmother and all that.
And
like,
we done had these same type of niggas around us, smiling in our face and all that. And now look what it is to the present day. I mean, it was just phony from the rip. That's how I got to look at it. You got to understand. Remember I made that CD, How My Friends Became My Enemy and all that? All of this is, this he talking about is 13, 12 something years, 15 years ago.
You already seen it coming.
Right, you talking about, you bringing up names and shit from a 96 Binghamton shit and all that, like, nothing you're not going to say is going to stain my shit. Right. You just letting the world know that I live a real life. I've really been through it. I really was out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. That's how I'm looking at it. There's nothing he can do that's going to jeopardize what I got going on.
I just know that.
Fuck up my legacy.
But you still didn't answer, like, what do you think would happen if you guys see each other? Would it be like, yo, let me talk to you? Can it be amended? Can, you know, like, can it be like, you know what, let me...
I've seen him already.
For real?
He just didn't see me.
Yo. Well,
and I'm not saying that on no funny nigga shit. Like, when you play with my name, you put the ball in my court to do whatever.
I see what you...
So it's not, yo, Ice, what would you do if you seen him? I saw him.
Wow.
When he was live playing with my name and then in a certain section in the area, I move around, dog.
Yeah.
Like, I'm there.
Yes.
It's nothing to just get out the car.
We in Harlem in the Bronx right now.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when I saw him, I didn't feel like I needed to address something. It was just like, I never just on the hater side. It is what it is. Join the club. I'm a nigga who created Haters the New Love. So I'm used to this. Get it? It's just that, okay, here goes another hater. But yet you playing with the public. You trying to misconceive the people. You doing all that, not even know I was there. Now, if I'd have just done it's caught on camera.
Yeah.
Either from my aspect or your aspect.
Right.
But I was there. I wasn't in Alaska. I ain't been in Alaska in a few weeks. I've been home. You know what I'm saying? But let niggas think what they think. But I move around. I saw that from my own two eyes. You don't even know what vehicle I be in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. I don't play them type of game, though. So it is not what I would do if I saw him. It's just stop playing with him. Keep it moving. Nobody thinking about you. Hell no, I ain't putting myself in jail for him. I just said that. And I put myself through that experience.
I think it's good if I leave it right there. He says he's not putting himself in jail. And he just happened to put on this Alaska sweater too, huh? Shout out to Jones, shout out to Ice, man. If y'all can find it in y'all, if y'all can find it in y'all minds to let this shit go. You know what I mean? I don't want to see a battle. They battled already, right? Them two. I don't want to see a battle between them. I'm cool. And even the Rex versus the Jones shit is like on the edge. You know, like I do want to see it, but I don't want to see it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a guy that's done closure battles. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't feel like things is controllable, then you just always try to keep the people away from each other. I saw Chilla Jones talking about the battle. He's running or co-running the biggest platform out right now, right? TBL. And they asked him about Rex versus Serius Jones. He's like, I'm good. Yeah, I'm saying, like, that's the vibe that's being created out there. So Ice Jones, y'all both proved y'all points, man. I mean, salute to both of y'all, man. Lame alert. You see how freely I could talk when it's not about people I broke bread with, and I'm trying to show respect to because I know them or whatever. Lame alert. Let's get back to the industry. All right, gloves back off. Here we go. So Freddie Gibbs, you saw your arch nemesis at the awards, huh? Gunna, especially speaking of all people, Gunna. Y'all all call a rat soft. He's this, he's that, right? This was your reaction. Let's check this out.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
So I see you, boy, you rat bastard. Whoever was talking to the side, I guess it's fine for you to talk however you want to talk from a distance, because just because somebody says something doesn't mean that they actually want to do something. That is true. But Freddie Gibbs is in a whole different ball game here. I don't know what he was thinking to put this video out. Like, because Freddie Gibbs is portrayed to be what? A street nigga. A gangster, no? Yes? Do I have the wrong perception of his music and his image? A street nigga. Now, there is a place at a time. Nobody's saying, yo, pop on this guy in the middle of the awards and get yourself locked up. And there's 1 million cameras in there, 1 billion cameras, as a matter of fact, from the people and the show being recorded, the crowd being recorded. Yeah, this is how you're supposed to do. This is a true definition of a crash. You should do that right there. No. But putting this video up proves what? Because you had a lot of aggressive positions towards Gunna. So I think this works in reverse. I think this looks corny as fuck to say, here I am sitting 5 steps from him, LOL. What are you laughing at? We all thought that if you guys ever is 5 feet from each other, the way y'all been talking, and you as well, that you got no choice, whether you're on an airplane, whether you're in a federal building, whether you're in the police precinct, whether you're at the award show, it's up on this air quotes rat. Like, that's what I thought, right? No. This was a dumb video to put up, and he was just in an interview explaining the shit with Benny in the airport, talking about I ain't into none of that WWF shit. What the fuck you think kind of video this is? This is a WWF video. It would prove that when we're around each other, when the cameras is off of whatever, what y'all believe doesn't happen. And I'm sorry, Freddie Gibbs, but you made me believe that no matter where y'all at, however it goes, when you see Gunna, something's gonna happen. So you should not be creating a video just on so it looks groupie-ish. There he is, y'all. There he's right there. Laughing emojis? Huh? I wouldn't want this video to come out and show people how close I was to this person, because bare minimum, if I have that level of a problem with somebody, I took it there. I took it there and back long time ago. Everybody knows where we stand. Bare minimum, he's supposed to at least catch some words, right? I tapped a bunch of shoulders in my time where I wasn't on it, whether it was the time, the place, or I just wasn't on no physical level. But I tapped a couple shoulders. Some of those shoulders y'all heard about in battle rap spaces. I tapped a couple shoulders where it's like, I really don't want to be in the same place with this person, but we're here. And I'm not turning you into an elephant in the room. What's going on, man? You good? It could just be that. We all right, man? But you got to at least say something because he's right there. Whether it was A Verb or it was Flip or it was Beasley, I had to say something. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we're here. I don't want no problem. I don't want to fight. I don't want to go there. But I have to at least. What you did was you went digital. I don't even come to my mind to, hey, guys, look, that person that me and him be online, we got issues or whatever. There he goes. That makes you look worse, B. I would never record that, think to record it or post it. This is another W for Gunna. Good job, Mr. I'm not into anything WWE. The fuck? All right. And that's another reason why I don't go certain places. Before I move on, I'm gonna say it like this. Like, people know this about me. Now, I'll use Holla for an example. Like, there was somebody, Holla was recording in the midst of recording that show with Coastal Rain, the Battle Rap Mansion show that he partnered into, right? And he invited me to come down and record with one of the episodes. And there was a battle rapper there that I'm not going to say we don't like each other, but we're just not on the same accord, right? It's all the way within my power to go down, whether I was going by myself or to go down there even stronger, right? If I'm that type of person, right? It's well within my power to even line you up, even act like the cool ARP guy, and then you bump into what you don't see from me. That type of person. You know, it's just all of those options that I have. And I'm not saying that it would necessarily go my way. People walk in thinking that they're the aggressor, thinking that they got the up, and they lose, right? I'm being so real about it, right? I don't take that position at this point in life. I'm on the phone with Holla. I don't have that ego, because if somebody plays with me to my face, you'll see that it's not ego decisions that I make, right? No ego. He's letting me know, yo, such and such is over here too. I said, yo, y'all do y'all thing. I'll pull up a different day. That's maturity. That's maturity. Because I know if I'm there, I'm not the type of person that could just act like we don't have any energy. And it doesn't mean that I'm finna turn up. But I've been in those situations, even me, or I've seen it happen a million times, where even when you do, like, let's say, a temp check, it goes left. Like, it just takes one word, wrong word. Even some people hearing you tell them or ask them, yo, you good, will take off. They feel threatened by that, right? And how do you break that initial ice when you see somebody that you're at odds with? It's not easy to say anything that's peachy. Right? If we have odds and I have to break the ice and I have to say something to you because we're here now, and that's just the type of person I am, I can't walk up to you and say, hey, man, how you been? Unless I'm trolling. That within itself should be a threat. You know what I'm saying? So why even risk things that's not in my control, which is how you might react to me just trying to tap you on the shoulder and say, listen, man, you know, you might react in a way that makes me react in a way that I wasn't even planning to react. So just take it all off the table and make the mature decision of saying, I'm not going. I'm not going. I don't go to battle rap events no more. None of that. You know how many times people invite me to battle rap events since I retired? I keep it real. I'll say it publicly. I say it privately all the fucking time. I'm off the scene. Kenny called me right before the Holla and Mook face off. He said, yo, man, last minute, you know what I'm saying? Have some changes or whatever. Yo, it would be dope. Can you host the Hitman and Mook face off for me? I gave him 3 reasons why I didn't want to host it, but one of them was consistent. I'm off the scene. It's one thing crossing paths and bumping into people. I bump into people all the fucking time. Hey, what's up, man? How you been? Or fans or battle rappers. Or if I bump into you, cool. What's up? How you been? Whatever. But planning to be around certain people, I don't do that. Because I've lived through it almost my whole life. I know how it goes. You could get hurt. I could get hurt. You could go to jail. I can go to jail, and I'd rather just take all those options off the table. Some of them are in my control and some of them are not. I can't control you saying something to me that bothers me. I can't control that. So I said, yo, holla, y'all do y'all thing. I'll come down there a different day. That's maturity. That's maturity, man. That's fucking maturity. You got to grow to that now. You know, the older you get, the more your ego you lose. And I've been stripping off pieces of my ego every year, every day, every month, every week that passes. Strip off a piece of my ego. I might see a comment in the chat right now that if you would have caught me 5, 6, 7 years ago, I'll pull your comment out and curse you the fuck out. Now I'm able to ignore it. It's growth, B. And some of y'all still catch flames, but I'm trying, man. Let me grow. Please let me grow. All right, let's get back to it. Quick news. 50 Cent announces that he purchased the rights to Paid in Full and is developing a film into a TV show. Dope. He says, I now have the rights to Paid in Full. I'm developing it into a premiere TV show. If you like Godfather of Harlem, you're going to love this. Cam's set to executive produce alongside me. If you want to get at him, I'm out the country. It definitely is a business move, right? Obviously. Is there a little petty in there? Well, because 50's involved, you got to assume so. Like, he would do some shit like that, even at a small petty level, but he's on his TV shit. So I ain't gonna overreach. I know a piece of it is there. I ain't gonna overreach, but you know, he don't want to do no albums. You know, find the rights to something, new TV show, whether Stars or new platform, take it to Netflix. That's what he's on, building out film studios and whatnot. And who don't love Paid in Full? So if we get the opportunity to see this turned into a series, we're all gonna click play, right? I saw Dame Dash respond to this. He's like, yo, Cam, congratulations. You went from one boss to another. Now 50 Cent's your boss. Dame is mad. He's sour at it. You know, this is his baby, right? This is like Paid in Full will always be one of the biggest things on Dame Dash's resume. It's a cult hood movie classic. And they all fucked up these acting roles. All of them, from Akai to they fucked from Wood Harris. They all fucked these roles up. They killed this movie, B. Ah, man. 50, you's a mother, man. And Kim, you know, bringing his ops, like Dame says, onto his platform and interviewing them and siding up with them and laughing with them at times. Yeah, Kim has been left his past behind. Cam is about his opportunity, B. Okay, he don't care if it's look at even Jim and Jay. If Jim pops up at the white party and Jay is there, yeah, he's gonna try to shake his hand, say, "Hey, Hov, man, listen, the past of the past, man. Please don't blackball me. If I have any opportunities that happen to be in your space, man, think about your boy, man." What's the video I just saw the other day? As far as somebody did a video trying to say that Mano's career has never reached a certain point, and he was like in the Bronx or something doing like some little small $1,000, $1,500 signing or whatever, meet and greet or whatever, and pick up your bag. I ain't hating on that at all, but you say he's not in a good space within his career, and he's in over hustle mode trying to pay his bills, because when he first came out and he dissed Jay-Z has been a block for him to a degree ever since, allegedly. You just never know. Remember, blackballing or blocking doesn't just have to be somebody saying, no, don't let that person do that, or don't help that person, or don't work with that person. Sometimes it could just be doors closed because that person was a resource, right? And you stepped on them and they never let you forget it one way or another. You know, they never extended their hand. They never did anything that could help you at all. And, you know, you never know, man. And Cam has been moving like that. This is the part of Cam's career where his surroundings change, his friends change, the way he makes his money primarily changes. This is the transition. This is how some people say, I'm going to be rich in my 40s, 50s, and 60s, right? It's one thing to have my run in my teens and my 20s and part of my 30s, but that don't last forever. Go ask how many people then had hit songs and are gone now. I found a transition, media and content. Now, all of these other power players that I didn't not got along with when I was young, but they still players out here today, I want to rock with them now. I'm older. I'm cool. I'm out of that life. I'm out of that field. Let's work. Let's get some money. And that's smart. I just spoke about maturity, right? But you know, Dave, he gonna spin that. He's mad at it regardless. You know, if Cam and 50 fully made their amends, obviously they have. They've been around each other a million times since their beef. Then let's let it be that. But damn, paid in full? Ha! Shit. Dave caught a nice point yesterday, and very next day he gets slapped. Shit. It's a roller coaster, man. All right, last but not least, I mentioned that we was going to bring up Mad Skills. We don't just look for Mad Skills for his freestyle ability and his year and wrap-ups, right? He's respected, hip-hop head. And he drops a story about the reasons why Big and Pac really got into it. I thought it was interesting. I'm not saying I believe it. I'm not trying to say that some of it can't be true. But there's some details in here that I never saw before. So check this out if you haven't seen it.
What if I told you that the beef that led to the murder of these two hip-hop icons might not be over the reason that you thought it was? What if it all led back to a 6-year-old child? Okay, now hear me out. I know y'all all remember this.
Any artist out there want to be an artist and want to stay a star, don't want to have to worry about the executive producer trying to be all in the video, all on the record, dancing. Come to Death Row.
Now, we all know that what he said that night will go on to change hip-hop forever and ignite the East Coast-West Coast rivalry. But looking back, he never really said nobody's name. Shout out to Beats Gordy, because some of the information that you about to hear came from a post that he already posted. So everybody assumed that he was talking about Puff, even Puff. And the tension in that room was so thick that night that Puff came on stage and felt compelled to say this.
I would like to say that I'm very proud of Dr. Dre, of Death Row, and Suge Knight for their accomplishments.
But what if Suge wasn't talking about Puff that night? On a Drink Champs interview 5 years ago, Puff said that he ran into Suge a few weeks later and he asked him this in private. He was like, bruh, was you talking about me that night? And Suge said this.
He said, nah, I was talking about Jermaine Dupri. And I was just like, wow. Yeah, I was just like,
wait, hold on, what? I was outside in the 90s, and trust and believe, Puff wasn't the only person that was being all up in the videos dancing. He was just the one person that was doing it the most. Now, in 1994, a whole year before the Source Awards, Death Row Records released What Would You Do by the Dogg Pound featuring Snoop Dogg. The video starts with Daz and Corrupt and Snoop shooting pool, and they lose to Snoop. But Snoop ends up walking outside to go get his shoes shined, but it's who he walks past that proves very interesting. Now, who is that supposed to be? Okay, maybe that's not who I think it is. But if that ain't her, then y'all tell me who this supposed to be.
What's up, Big Style? Hey, what's up, homie? Hey, man, take this money and get your plane ticket and go on to Atlanta, partner.
And there ain't no mistaking. We all know who that's supposed to be, right? Dogg Pound performed this song right at the Source Awards in front of both of them. So it was clear at the time they shot this video, they was not rocking with JD. But the question is, why? Okay, backtrack to the early 90s. Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre on tour, and they in Ohio. And Daz being Daz, he walking out into the crowd trying to find a little Yami. And this dude walks up on him and says, yo, man, my son can rap. And his son ends up rapping for Daz.
Shout out to Bow Wow.
So Daz takes him back to Snoop. As soon as Snoop sees this kid, he notices.
It was fun looking back at it, watching him, seeing the little kid, do, what he wanted to do, which he wanted to be me so bad. And I didn't really realize how much influence I had on him.
He basically a younger version of Snoop Dogg. So Snoop puts him under his wing, and he even gives him a name. Now, this kid was around Death Row for a long time. Snoop's father instincts kicked in, and he thought maybe this kid shouldn't be around this type of lifestyle. So he gave him to this guy. I know what this is. These two would go on to make millions. Little Bow Wow was basically just imitating Snoop the first whole half of his career. Look how much time he had actually spent around Snoop Dogg. But that's probably not what made Suge make that comment that night. Now, a couple of months after the Source Awards, Suge Knight bails Tupac out of prison. And when he comes into Death Row, he changes up the whole vibe. Some people was rocking with what he was on, and some people wasn't. But trust and believe, whatever Pac was on, Suge was on, and that was vice versa.
According to Suge Knight, this is why they wasn't really rocking with JD.
I felt like the Brat was trying to be Snoop. And that being said, and when the Brat first came out, And Jermaine Dupri made everything like she was Snoop.
Straight to the head like a chronic sack.
So what if that comment that night was never even intended for Puff? And I know y'all think I might be reaching, but what if I'm not? What y'all think?
Skills.
I'm looking for something in the background related to the Brat. I think I found it. I'll pull it up. I'm gonna give y'all a I'm gonna admit to something from the past, man. I'm gonna expose myself. And I hope that y'all don't laugh at me for it. Give me a second. In relation to this though, shout out to Skills. Who knows if Suge is talking to Diddy, if he's talking to JD, or if he's talking to both of them. The Brat layer and the Bow Wow layer is to me very, very real. Very, very, very real. And Jermaine Dupri was just like Diddy. Hell, we've recently even talked about them having verses where he was one of those frontline producers, right? The video, part of the video is me. You know, I'm right in the front of the camera while the actual artist sometimes is behind me in the scene. And I'm the one out here. And that was the thing. I know we laugh about it now, all in the videos. Suge kind of made people feel different about it with that thing. But it still was like a cool thing to do back then, you know? And none of us had a problem with JD or Diddy being all in the videos, you know? It was cool. It was fine. And that Bow Wow and that Brat thing, and Brat being like a Snoop when it came out. And these artists and these producers and these record labels, they see what's hot and all they do is try to replicate it. Where's the next Chief Keef? Where's the next drill artist? Where's the next Snoop Dogg? Where's the next Jay-Z? How many Jay-Z's did we have over the years? We had people, they kind of got fucked over. Like people think that it was like blackballed and whatnot, but people that literally was signed because they sounded like Jay-Z. How about Big? You know, Shine, people believe was a rendition of him. You had a Gorilla Black from a whole different coast, a rendition of Big. There's been Nas's, like Ali Vegas, right? Respectfully. There's been Little Kim's, there's been Nicki Minaj's, there's a new Ice Spice. I just saw her. It's the nature of the game, you know, and I believe that some of this could be true. It's not always one thing. It's not always like that one comment set off everything, or this one situation, or this one dispute over this girl. Sometimes it be a culmination. If you ask Jones and Ice right now, yo, what's this about? They're gonna give you two different answers. I just said that, right? It's a bunch of different things that create these layers, and then next thing you know, you have these issues, right? So, yo, Skills, I think there's some truth in there. Now, when I say I'm gonna expose some of my past to y'all, my friends, if I have friends that ever came online and be like, yo, let me tell you something about ARP, you know, they would tell you this, and I would just have to be like, damn, like that's true. That is true, man. Like, I can't even call them liars. Once upon a time, I had a small crush on the Brat, okay? I'm just getting it over with in case one of my friends come out later on, right? I don't think that's a bad thing, okay? Because back when I was young, this was the Brat that I was seeing. I was seeing this one right here. Like, look at this smooth cover. Are you kidding me? Like, there's nothing wrong with that, right? See, it's that she always did the tomboy thing that it was just like, damn, like you can't be all the way. You gotta do it from the. I don't know. Y'all fall back because she acting like she want to be. You want to be a nigga or not? Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all be seeing them viral videos of like the barbers that's like cutting the studs and flirting with them. That be. The pretty ass or the cute ass studs, and they like hit their lip and shit while they cut them, joking and shit, and they ask them like, what you doing tonight and shit. The reason why that has always been funny is because it's always just like, yo, is it gray area? Like, am I supposed, it's a woman, but this woman want to try to act like she's the guy in her relationship. So like, what the fuck? Like, Brat, are you fucking with niggas or not? Like, this one right here, this XXL cover, I had this on my wall, man. It's one of the posters on my wall. It's probably, you probably see it on my Instagram now. I think about it. I had this cover, this XXL cover on my wall. Right here, obviously, she's in full let me be a pretty girl mode. This one over here, where she got the pink shorts on, right? And look at this one right here with the black. Oh, you trying to be sexied out. This album cover right here, she trying to be sexy, B. I don't know what she on today. This one right here, this album cover, she tried to confuse people, B. It's like, do you want us to, I don't know, Brat. What did you want us to do back then? I don't know. You could. What video was it when she tried to drop her pants? She's like, thick thighs. And I was just like, ooh. She's looking good. She's always presenting sex appeal. If then you gonna turn into, at times of your career, like go butch mode, it's just like, I'm fucking confused, shorty. And shout out to her now. Was she married or whatever? Right? This is her now today. Her and her lady. Shout out to the Brat, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, the Brat I grew up with, that one, and she was cute, man. She is a cutie. I don't want to look at the Brat today because she's made her full decision. So I definitely don't look at her like that now. But the 90s Brat that was trying to do all this shit right here, nah, dog, she's playing. Who else? What'd you put in the chat? What's up, Queen? She said Queen Latifah was before Brat. Yeah, Queen Latifah had different points in her career where she's trying to be sexy, and other times where she's like, listen, man, I'm going over here and I'm moving like this, so I'm presenting this. Aaliyah used to dress butch. Yeah, she did. Aaliyah did the baggy pants and she moved like that a little bit too, but Aaliyah was beautiful, you know. Somebody said, was Brat the first femme stud? I don't know. Maybe in our worlds, right? The Brat, yeah, she still is a pretty woman still. Yeah, shout out to her. Look at D.I. He's blowing kisses at Misfit. I can't look at Misfit like that. I'm sorry. I know it's a whole woman, but I just can't. Because I never saw Misfit on the other presentation. The Brat I saw, like what we have on the screen. This is the Brat that I grew up with. Dropping her pants in the videos and all that, try to brag about her thick thighs and shit. And it, you know, later on, I saw the full-blown butch, and I was just like, yeah. So it makes the optics change. But the sex appeal Brat, when she was putting out albums, nah, man, I never saw that from Misfit. So I just don't have those type of eyes towards it, even though she's a woman. You know, so shout out to Fit. But who else? I see y'all in the chat. Somebody called that I was gonna say Brat because of the video. Somebody called it Queen. Look at this. The Brat is fine as fuck. Yo, she had a lot of us back then, V. Come on, man. The Brat was fine. Yo, there's too many fellas now co-signing, man. I feel like y'all taking my early crush now. Now I'm getting jealous. I'm getting jealous. I thought I was gonna be able to just claim it on my own right now. Yeah. We know that she used to be with AI. You know, and AI is my favorite basketball player of all time. I'm not trying to say what's good for him is good for me. That's not what I'm saying. But listen, Brat absolutely was with the niggas and embraced by the niggas, you know. But obviously, she always had that element to her that was where she is today, right? So it's confusing, but yeah, I did, man. All right, y'all caught it, but y'all making me jealous now, man, because a lot of y'all motherfuckers in this chat right now just acting like y'all was on her too. I thought I was one of few because my boys wasn't really on her the way I was on her. So I always felt like I was the only one back then. I was like, shit, y'all more Brat for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, can I find it on my Instagram? Because it's so low in my Instagram, it probably had me scroll forever. I kind of want to find it now. Y'all want me to take 5 minutes and try to find it? Fuck it. Let me see if I could do it. I saw Brat in person like twice when I was in college. And part of me was like, yo, why you not saying nothing? I was just like, I was just like this broke ass nigga in school. Probably had like $10 in my pocket, and then in walks this lavish looking fur coat Brat and everything. And I was just like, I'm out of bounds, B. Like, that ain't gonna work. You know, the more evolved ARP don't care about who the fuck you are, nothing. It's just like, bitch, I ain't say nothing to her. Crushed on her all through high school and shit. Saw her in person and ain't say a word. I didn't freeze up. I wasn't scared. It wasn't that type of freeze. It was just more like I was just like looking at the scene. I was just like, nah, she ain't gonna go. I'm gonna waste my time. I've never been a shy person in person, but I was like, nah, she ain't gonna do it. I should have walked up just like Day and Cube and Friday. Well, my boy, but he ain't gonna get it. He ain't gonna get it. I hope he don't get it. I remember one time I was plotting on Foxy Brown too at a club because she was in the middle of the dance floor acting mad regular. She had like one security guard standing off to the side, but she was like in just the middle of the floor, just chilling, just enjoying her vibe and shit. And there's no way I was the only person. You know, I was plotting. I was just like, damn, like, that's Foxy. Like, say something to her. Like, it might not work, but fuck it. Like, take your chance. And just like Brad, I left it alone. I was like, fuck it. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. Trust me, I'm scrolling my Instagram in the background because it's a million. I know it's not an earlier picture. I started leaving more and more on my gram like the last year. Not cleaning up or deleting as much shit, just leaving it like a timeline. That's how I treat my Instagram. I'll never be the guy that you're gonna see pop up with like 5 pictures. Like, you know how people do that shit, like they clean up the Instagram. Everything that's on my Instagram, I'm happy with it staying there forever. You know, I look at it like, once again like a timeline where you can go down it ever since I got on social media and just be like, oh yeah, I remember this part, and I remember this. There's family members on here, there's RBE shit on here, there's Serious True shit on here. You could even get a read from my personality a little bit just from reading my Instagram, and I kind of like that. So don't worry, I'll never clean up my shit. I'm always leave it just how it is. The only pictures that I delete, they be new. Like if I put something up real quick, like right now, and be like, all right, that's a duplicate. Let me take that down. I'll do that. But all the shit that's old, it's gonna stay right there. Can I find this shit? Cause I feel like we're gonna see the brat in the picture too. Y'all might laugh at this shit if I find it for real. Y'all really gonna laugh at this shit. I know you're here. Damn, I'm only up that max out. Max out 1. I'm gonna let y'all scroll with me. Fuck it. Let's have a little Instagram fun. Why not? Let me let y'all scroll with me because some of the shit I want y'all to see. Hey fellas, this is for y'all.
Go lie for your nigga, die for your nigga, stop it. He need a lawyer and he facing that, so I told him I got it. Hey, you trying to beat by the bitch when I'm guap in your pocket, boy, you need a wallet. I'm facing woods while she give me that nod. She ate me good, see the wood and she talk. She in the hood.
Hey, she fucked that beat up. Don't lie. Oh, my bad. I closed it on accident. Oh, fuck it. Should I leave it alone? Chat, do y'all want me to scroll and find that picture, or do y'all want me to leave it alone? Which y'all want me to do? Chat. I'll let y'all choose right now. Look, damn. I'm not deleting shit. Y'all want to do it? Y'all want to do it? All right, today I got time because fuck it. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. No, hold on. Let's do it. All right, I'll do it. This nigga really left that shit on his gram. Okay, go back to my page. Hello. All right, let's scroll. And if you don't like to go lie for your nigga or die for your nigga, stop. If I see anything relevant, I'll stop. Sheesh. That's what I mean about leaving shit up here. This what I'm saying. Like I'm proud of shit like this. You know? Like I put a beautiful history was made last night. First father-son duo in NBA. Shout out to all the strong and supportive father/son duos in the world. You know, this was the first game and the first picture that was really going viral, them on the court together. Why would I want to delete that? You know, that shows You know, sometimes your post could show. Oh, here goes one earlier than I thought. Oh, and you got it. I found it on accident. I was well beneath this. It might not be easy to see, but okay. That Da Brat album cover is right here in the corner. You see it? You see this shit? She had a big spot on the wall. Now that I think about it. Next to her was this classic Trina picture. Oh, and here goes the XXL cover right here. I told y'all. I don't lie to y'all. And right next to this is a Brat picture right here too. Her on all fours. This was when she was definitely in sexy mode. Look at this shit. So she got a spot right here. She got a spot right here, right here. I ain't playing. Is there more pictures? Y'all don't pay attention to me. I'm trying to look at the background. Yeah, don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. I was looking for the pictures of the background. Oh shit! What I put up? Braids ARP, waves ARP, Afro ARP, or flat top ARP. I put up Flashback Friday. That's the 360 ARP. All right. No facial hair. All right. That's Afro braids out ARP. All right. And this was on our way to like a 5th grade prom or whatever. And we took pictures for it. Don't act like the Z's and the parts and all that wasn't hitting. Don't tell me I wasn't kicking ass when I was little. Nigga. All right. You new niggas. I know I got another picture though about that with the background. I know I can find a better one. There's a better one than that for y'all. I'm gonna find it. There's a much better one that I got. Once I get back down to shorty, I'm gonna go a little bit slower because that's where I was. And if you don't like to go lie for your nigga or die for your nigga, then stop it. Rollface, I tell him I got him. Oh, y'all ain't know I have my own pop, did y'all? Yeah, I ain't know. Y'all ain't know that. Y'all ain't know I have my own pop. I got it, bitch. Oh, don't freeze, nigga. Let's go. Come on. We gotta move. I don't want to be stuck here all day. We got work to do. If you don't like to go lie for your nigga or die for your nigga, then stop it. Max out 2 range, time range. Max out 1-ish range. I'm going to have to go a little bit slower after we get back to shorty right here. Okay. Rest in peace, Flo. Oh, here goes one. Okay, there's another one. Found another one. Who's in the background of this one? I see Little Kim, XXL poster. That's Kim. That might be Melissa Ford right here. I don't know. I think that's Foxy. This is Holly Berry right here. Is this Trina? Is this a Trina XXL picture right here? Oh, hold on. Oh, shout out to my man Ant, man. He got deported. That was crazy, man. It was young ARP. That's my graffiti days. Damn, what the fuck? I know I got another picture that shows the ceiling and shit. All right, that's one. We found another one, though. We found another one. I know I got more of those. I know I got more of those. And if you don't like to go lie for your nigga, die for your nigga, then stop it. What is this? After booking Controversy saying ARP has decided to retire and collect AARP. This is before I retired, actually. That's funny. Wow. Treyas is closing, man. It's closing. It's closing in November. Jesus Christ. Where's the world coming to when y'all close Dreas? I got all you gotta let me put all these Dreas days and nights on my gram and then close that bitch on us. Fuck y'all. All right, let me stay focused. This is the rare breed segment. This is how big this battle was. This is Omar Epps weighing in. This is the Joe Budden reaction to it. This was Jason Tatum. This was Bradley Beal. This is Dame Dash right here. Dusk Poppington, that's Dame Dash. This was The Source. This was Dave East. This was Joel Santana. Where can I go to watch the Mook and Verb battle? This was Crooked Eye. This was LL Cool J. This was Jadakiss. Are y'all getting spooked right now of why they don't want me here and if I should come back? This Hot Boy. This is Wyclef. This is True Life. This is The Game. This is Raekwon. This is The Source again. Oxymoron, salute to him. It was an ugly time, B. This is one of the biggest rollouts that you guys have seen since here. One of the most impactful rollouts in battle rap history is the Rare Breeds card and how I rolled out the mystery flyer and all that. Remember this, y'all? And people were guessing the silhouettes and all that. Spooky times. Spooky times. And we said, oh, y'all want to drop the week before us now? Cool, let's do it. Let's go Kanye and 50. We here. We don't play that. We ain't going nowhere. Shout out to Jay. Yeah. Yeah, you see the picture? Yeah. Let me try to get back on track. Oh, this I see one. There goes one. There's boxing ARP. Come get your hands, boy. Come get some of them hands put on your bitch ass. Hey, a little fast, ain't he? A little quick jab, ain't he? Yeah, nigga. Yeah, come get some of these hands, boy. Yeah. Uh-huh. You want one of these? Yeah. A little footwork. Uh-huh. Bitch. Nigga. Huh? How you gonna narrate your own shadow boxing? Ooh. Yeah, bitch. Nigga. Tap that little chin of yours. Yeah, let me see your bitch ass. Yo, a triple? Yeah, bitch. Oh, yeah. Huh? Oh shit. Ooh, little footwork on them hoes. That's what they say. You see if somebody has trained it or if they could not hit an object. Just throw your hands in the air and see how your shoulders and your punches move. All my motorcycle days. All right, but anyway, I just saw, where was it? We just saw one of them, right? Didn't we just see one of them? Wait, what just happened? Did it scroll down too much? We just saw one. Here it is. Here it is. This was finished product. All right, this is sealing and everything. All right. Here goes Holly right here. I don't know. Remember King magazine? What the fuck? Trina. Oh, that's Trina right here too. This is Trina right. I was on Trina. I was heavy on Trina. It's Foxy right here. Mariah Carey right here. Little Kim. The classic pose right here from Lil Kim. I see Eve right here in the corner. What? Nigga, I'll put this shit together. I made my own wallpaper. This is magazine days. When you go to the newsstand, you get your Feds magazine, you get your Don Diva, you get your Double XL, you get your Source mag, you get your King magazine. Them days, P. Every month when them shits drop, I was there. Take my money. Take my money. Who remembers those days? Is there any more of those from a different angle? I'm actually taller than this guy right now. Shout out to my brother Ryan. These are my college days. Right, it's college days. High school days. All right. Here goes another one. All right, so you see the Brat poster here again in the background. Oh, you see Diamond. We got Diamond from Players Club. You got Trina. The ceiling ain't done in this picture though. You got Trina. All right. Don't mind all this bullshit in the background, y'all. We've all grown, okay? We've all grown. We've all grown. That might be the last one. I don't know if there's another one. That might be the last one. High school days. Our hallways. Is there any more of them bitches? I know we're getting towards the bottom of my gram now. I could tell by the pictures. Out here in Boston.
That Boston card.
No bid.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, look at this nigga. Wow. Look what I found. Fuck you talking about, man?
That's C3 drink.
Almost done.
It's my drink. I'm going in. And this 40 drink.
Squad shit.
That's how the fuck the babysitter. 101.
Oh my god.
That's C. Wasting my money. I guess it was the last one. Yeah, that was the last one. All right. If we really did like an Instagram run, it would be fun. I give y'all history and stories behind so many of those posts. But self-made wallpaper, B. What did y'all rooms look like? When I was younger than that, I probably had a bunch of hip hop posters. That's normally how it starts. The music on the walls that you fuck with, your favorite rappers and shit. And then you get a little bit older and you start to get into women. It's like, get these niggas off my wall. Like, come here, Trina. Come here, Mariah. Holly, come here. Beyonce, come here. Brat, come here. Oh, y'all, come here. Let me tape y'all a little up. Seal it. That's how I woke up. I woke up to that. It's like, yo, how are you not a little teenage or little kid, 11, 12, 13, 14 years old or whatever, with your hormones on 20, and that's where you sleep? What was my mother thinking when she would walk in that room? Like, oh, I didn't give birth to a fucking womanizer. Like, like, what does a mother think walking into that room to talk to her son? Like, imagine you walking in the room just to say, take out the garbage, right? And that's your son's room. And you're a whole woman. You're a whole mother. You walk in, it's like, you want to take out the garbage sometime today, Adam, or you're just gonna stare at your ladies? Or so it's like, what are you doing with your life, man? I'm just like, yeah, this is the most important thing at this point in life. Women. Hold on, fuck you talk about, Bob? You talk about school and grades and shit? For what? Women. That's the most important thing, nigga. You crazy? You tripping? You talk about go to school, get good grades, and get yourself into a good college, and your career days are gonna be. Once you leave this house, you can't come back. That's it. You're gonna be on your own one day. I can't help you all the time. Blah 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 blah. Nigga, that's what's important. What? I don't know what you was talking about. From my shoes, where I'm sitting right now, the world is about one thing: women. Hey, who didn't grow up through that phase? Who didn't? They said Jet Magazine. Who didn't grow up through that phase, B? Who didn't? There's nothing else more important than women. Kidding me? Oh shit, nigga said ARP never left his room. Stay right there. Has some video games and shit, but you know how many women was in that room? You know what I'm saying? I got so many pictures of women in that room. You know what I mean? We all enjoyed it. Everybody embraced it. It is what it is. This is the room. This is a cool place to hang out. And my mom's worked nights. And so I had a lot of free time. You know what I mean? Come home from school, got a key. You know what I mean? A lot of my boys would come over after school too. If we was able to bring something with us after school, set it up. That Adam's got the crib where there's no parents there. You know what I'm saying? So we got like 2 or 3 with us today. Cool. And we would do funny shit. Like I'm gonna tell y'all how real it is. I'm gonna tell you how serious I am and how much I will never lie in front of y'all. Like, let's say it's like 2 or 3 of us, like the fellas. And let's say we got like 2 or 3 girls with us after school, right? And this type of shit you set up during class. Like, yo, after class, like, oh, after school today, 2 o'clock, we going to Adam's crib. What up? We going ARP crib, right? Bet. And during the walk, when you got the ladies with you, that's when you starting feeling more and more confident. Like, yes, they coming. Like, we on our way. Ain't no cars. We in school. We're walking from school to ARP crib. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we would I would pass the key to one of my boys. Like, I'm gonna stay here walking with them and keep talking and shit. And I had dogs. You know what I'm saying? Tell them, like, yo, go to the crib, run ahead, get ahead of us. Go to the crib and make sure the crib is clean, because dogs, You know, they ain't been out. Mom's left to work at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm at school. You know, if you come home, the dogs is semi-trained. You know, they got their spots and whatnot. But every once in a while, if you have dogs, you're going to come home and there's shit on the floor. Who we kidding? You know what I'm saying? So I don't have dogs now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm cool. But back then, like, we would change, like, whose turn is it? Take the key, take ARP key, run ahead a half a mile, get to the crib, and make sure that when these females is walking in, ain't looking crazy in there. Like, these fucking dogs, man, you can't trust them. You know what I'm saying? And if they did fuck around and shit on the floor or something like that, you know, there's the back in the day, it's not the Glades days and plug-in days and all that. Spray some air freshener in that bitch, because the ladies gotta walk in, they gotta feel comfortable, man. These fucking dogs is fucking up the vibe. It's my mom's dogs, though. You know what I'm saying? So, those are the days, man. I was literally on the phone with my godson yesterday. He just moved into his own place for the first time. He's like doing like this basketball. Matter of fact, y'all was on stream with me when his mom's called me. And I called him to congratulate him on moving into his new spot. It's first time not living with your parents. And I know what those times is like. You know, it's that Pinocchio land. And I was there. Many of us was there. I had moms before college because, like I said, my mom's worked nights. So it was Pinocchio. We was just ungoverned kids, just getting into shit, ungoverned. No, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Every once in a while, the parents in the neighborhood might tell on you for doing some shit. Yeah, I see Adam and such doing this, or they was over here out of bounds, or I heard that they pulled this, or they did this. You know, you get ratted on every once in a while, but you know, ungoverned crib. Got no choice. Mom's got to go to work and pops ain't there. You know what I'm saying? So I told Shorty, I was just like, yo, have your fun, because this is the last time in life where the whole world ain't on your shoulders. After school, it's all on you. Whether you fail or you succeed. Your parents and everybody, your uncles, your aunts, and all these people have already done what they could or would for you. You are now a grown man or a grown woman or a young man or a young woman. And now when the bills come, you got to pay them. You know, it's all the responsibility of life is now yours. So that's like, to me, I always looked at college like that last chance to not have the world of responsibilities on your shoulders. Yet it could be pivotal if you're there building up what you're going to do for your career. You know, a lot of people end up in jobs that had nothing to do with what they went to school for. You know, it's just about getting that first opportunity out of school. But I told Young, I said, be safe, have your fun, stay focused on them books. But shit, a lot of people never survive their own college years. Real talk. Come out of college with early babies or get in trouble, or because it's the wonderland. Now you don't live with your parents. You don't live with no guardians. You're on your own schedule. Get to college. It ain't like high school. You can now make your own schedule. When I got to college and I was just like, I could make my own schedule. I ain't never getting up early for class then, which means I'm partying every night. I'm not shitting you. Not shitting you. I get to choose my classes and times, nigga. What? I'm not ever having classes on Tuesday. I'm not ever having classes on. Y'all say that's how you do it. It's just, I paid way more attention to the atmosphere and partying and having a good time than I did them fucking books. Luckily, things worked out okay for me. But boy, I was obviously in training. Now that y'all see in my bedroom, right? I was obviously in training way before college. All right, I'm gonna get up out of here. We'll do fun shit like that every once in a while. You know, take it off of topics. Some of y'all still hung around for that shit. That's funny. Let me not skip the supers. Damn, the timestamps on this stream is gonna be crazy. We're gonna finish the topic, the last topic. Then gonna be 40 minutes in between before we start getting to the supers. That's hilarious. Shout out to Sean, our member once again. He was the first super this morning. Salute, G. Appreciate you. Capo says Grand Ascension. Bricks is in the building. Appreciate you, G. Jay's here as always. Says she likes the hat. You know, she's team blue. Well, she's green team over here, but she loves blue. That's Jay. I got you, love. Nikita, our member, says hit that like and that share for the stream, please. And don't forget to join the green team if you bout that life. Miss Abe's in the building. She says, good morning, everyone. Yes, it is all of our responsibility. Thank you all for using your platform with such positive messaging. I'll keep viewing and supporting. Thank you, Miss Abe. She must be talking about the Adam22 Wack100 Styles P topic. We got Jay with the huge super chat. Big 25. No message, just a number. 2025. She's coded, y'all. She does the Kendrick thing, so I'm not sure. Catching me every day. I think I only got like 1 or 2 so far, so I'm not doing too well. Nikita back there says, I love how you be on these niggas' heads, calling them out for all their shit. You be going off on their ass, ARP. I try this sometimes while I fall back. I think when I get into those modes, most times it's organically. I don't plan like, ooh, when I cut this camera on, I'm gonna snap. Like and sometimes I even catch myself. I'm like, let me get off this topic because I'm too frustrated. Like, it's always gonna be from a place of genuine and honesty. I could be wrong, but it's coming from a real place. I promise. Tay Smith says Ice mentioned his case on a Tech 9 battle. Salute AR. What, the R thing? Oh, you taking us back there? I'm gonna leave this alone. Leave that alone. Back to Jay. What are you talking about? He ain't talking about no. Is that a black truck kid with the scratch on it? Do not get in that black. That is not a real truck. That truck ain't talking about that. That is not a real truck. Do not get in. Do not get in that truck, twin. That is not a real homeless man, twin. Do not get that. That's from yesterday. If y'all missed yesterday's joint, the skit. Now we jumping them. Say word, eh? Nah, man, no more violence. I told y'all, I'm too old. I put in too much work. I've done too much in my life. Got into too much shit. I wanna take the rest of my life without having a single finger laid on me or me laying a single finger on somebody else. Not in that way, of course, right? I'm cool, man. Been there, done that. Way too much. Miss AB says, man, you could have been there, boy toy. This is 801. Who's boy toy? Autumn Girls of the Wall? There's some people that over my years labeled me that. Let's see if there's somebody I could talk about that comes to mind. Boy toy status? Nah, I can't. God the Bread says, G man. No matter the loss, blessings and have a great day to all. Likewise, she appreciate you. That's a good exit too. All right, we out of here, man. We did too much today. We did too much. I did too much. I shouldn't have gotten on my gram. It was fun, but you know, extended the stream way more than we needed to. Hope y'all had fun with that. That's never the stuff that gets clipped. I like stuff like that to even be members only, but we had some fun on the stream today. So every once in a while, we just have a real moment. Talk about regular life shit. Doesn't have to always be about celebrities, but I'll always leave that type of shit for the end so I don't mess y'all up on y'all news. For the people that come here and be like, I need the news, nigga. I don't care that you got the brat on your wall. I need the news. I got you. I understand. I got you. All right, 6 a.m. in the morning. Tomorrow. I'll see y'all then.
Don't confuse silence with work ethic. I'm a boss making decisions, my first fetish. The verse cherished is perfect, that's a reverse blemish. I dropped it, connected the block, learn Tetris.
This is the Sorry True Podcast. Welcome to the house of. And shout out to the members.
Without, I think still got a gun.